Hello. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody. If Metroid Prime 3 isn't so good, then why isn't there at all? Metroid Prime 3 too. How's everybody doing? So yeah, surprise stream. I wasn't supposed to stream, but uh, I managed to find that the things I had to do didn't take as much time. So here we are. Um, there's also a part of me that just feels like I just want to get done with this recording. Mostly so I could start getting into the video and what have you. But also so we could start playing other games and what have you. I'm just trying to take the opportunity to like be honest a thing and just trying to write this wave while there's things I can say. It's okay, we forgive you. Doing okay, pretty tired, but happy to see stream. Well, thanks. I'm very glad that you guys are here to chill in general. It makes these a lot of fun. And I generally do like talking to you guys. So far, it's only going to be me for the co host as of now. I think fixed most of the issues that were going on from yesterday. Chat is back working. I think alerts are working again. I at least tried them out before the stream started, and like I got the stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I was gonna use Metro Music for view suit drawing, so this will be the music. Well, I hope that my ramblings can be helpful, and if you want, you can post the art in the Discord server. I know you're in there, Ghosty, so like if you want feedback live or as you're drawing it or sketching it, I'd be happy to help. At the very least, since you're doing 100% for the ending, I can say that 100% takes almost no time to do. Ah, sweet. You gotta play them other Kirby's. Well, I might. I've played like the NES Kirby, Superstar Ultra, Triple Deluxe, Robobot, and then the Switch games and Kirby 64. From those, I'd say that it's a tie between 64, Superstar Ultra, and Robobot for my favorites. Mostly because I like Superstar Ultra's short, bite-sized stories with like bigger uh, cosmic growth and stuff like that. And then Robobot is just my favorite because I'm a big fan of like cyberpunk, psychological, Ghost in the Shell type of stories, and that game is basically it with what it does with
Oh,
Nova
hello.
and all the other characters. Oh, also thank you for the follow, Earth Revenus. Oh, yeah, it's working. Hooray! Or is it pronounced Ravenous? I believe is the latter. Yeah, streaming is always a technical issue. I can hear you now. Is this your first playthrough or just another playthrough? Well, this is just another Metroid Prime 4 remake. I mean, playthrough. This is like my fourth playthrough or so. I had the one that we did live on stream, which was like the blind one. And then I had one with Croco, sort of parallel to that, where it was just the two of us, sort of like, we grew up playing all these games together, and they mean so much that we just like, we're having an experience by ourselves just to get our thoughts. And then I did a third one just like on my own slow pace time during the holiday break. Um, and then now, so there's this one. No, I never tried streaming on Discord ever since I had to use the VPN to open it, so I don't know if I can do live right now. It wasn't so much to do live, it's like if you have oh, here's the sketch, you could probably post a JPEG on like the fan art and like ask for feedback. And I know that Pawn, Gabe, Knight, who are some of the mods, are really into art, same as me. So definitely can help give like constructive feedback to try and enhance the design or the post or stuff like that if you're looking for it, of course. I'm listening on both WhoopTube and Twitch. Twitch has too many commercials. Yeah, I know, but they also pay me more. So I really appreciate it. Where are my thoughts on Prime 4? Did you make a review? No, I'm working on my review, but I think that my review is just gonna be way too long and way too full because there's just way too much to talk about. And way too many things that I have to like get out of my chest in regards to the game, but it's mostly from like well, I don't want to just like the game because it's got the name Metroid Prime 4 in it. I've been waiting for it for 18 or so years. It's got my favorite characters from the niche game Hunters that nobody else but me and my friends played in the school bus. Um, so I just try to like condense my thoughts and find ways that I can make the video fun to watch regardless of your stance of Metroid Prime 4 or what have you. So I'm just trying to make a video that's first fun to watch and what have you, that also happens to allow me the opportunity to just voice my concerns with the way the game is unfortunately structured in some ways. Um, Understood about the payment. Yeah, I mean, the red channel also does pay. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that the purple channel tends to like give more bang for buck in comparison. And it's much easier to sometimes meet the threshold that one would require to uh get that bang for buck, if you may. It's definitely say in the I definitely say in the review that if somebody likes the game, you probably agree with stuff they like, but know how much better it could be. That might be a good approach. Yeah, no, I mean, I was trying to make a meme at the end, or sort of like in the halfway point of the video where um like I don't at the end of the day, it's like I feel like people take my it's I'm just some random Metroid fan on the internet. So like whether I like the game or not, or whether I think it's a good game or not, I don't think should really impact other people's enjoyment of the game overall because like who am I to tell them no? I'm just here trying to be objective because there's no one who would probably be more nostalgic bias and more like inclined to just like the game because Silex is in it than me. Um, like I have the Metroid Prime Hunters save file to prove it. Um, but like at the same time, I just gotta be honest and straight with with my audience and stuff. Um I just don't really like a lot of the things that Beyond does, and I feel like it's not a real Metroid game in a lot of ways because it betrays the formula or the genre defining pillars that make a Metroidvania sort of a Metroid experience type of stuff that I hope I'm able to at least convey for the people when they watch the video and then they go back and replay the game and they hopefully go back and replay the other Prime games because I'm just trying to encourage people to go back and play the games and make those thoughts about themselves without the bias of like, well, it's a Metroid Prime 4 game. It took like 18 years to come out and it was in development hell forever. It came out for Christmas and I got it with my Switch too. You know? So like I just hope like I see a lot of people getting upset at the fact that I didn't like the game and that I don't have a lot of positive to say in my stream in some of my previous stream chats, or they just immediately like label me as a quote unquote hater when I'm just trying to be objective over what I played and all the other stuff. You end the review with all the money you got from Sony paying you to negatively review a Nintendo game. That's the only explanation. Sony, no, it's gonna be like no, no, fuck Sony. I'll probably it'll be some random indie game. I'd rather just shout out some random indie dev that like or game that I really like that I felt did better Metroid than Prime 4. Um, just because like since one and the other, I played a lot of other games that I felt were probably better at being a Metroid game without trying to be a Metroid game than the new quote unquote Metroid game, and that's kind of like a little bit of a baffling thought. I know it might be hard for some to believe or agree, and I'm not really expecting to change any minds. I'm just trying to like uh, put it out there and try and explain all this other stuff because I gotten people who like Prime 4, and when I tell them I don't like Prime 4, their immediate response is just to shit on anything that any of the games that I like slash um start saying things like Super Metroid isn't that good, or like groundbreaking or stuff like that. Like it's always like a defense by trying to throw another game under the same bus. Where part of my issue with Beyond is that like we were very vocal about not liking Other M and not liking stuff in Other M, yet Beyond does the same stuff that Other M did that we didn't like. Also, hi Shira, sorry. Hey Albert, just passing by. I hope you have day. Beyond is a good game. It's just not good at being a prime game in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. It's a good game, but in the bare minimum, I would say it's a good game because I feel like as a game in a vacuum, the problem is that there isn't like a clear vision of what it wants to be, and it's just like five different visions of the same game mixed into one. So you feel like you get a fun mechanic aspect of what would otherwise be a fully fledged mechanic that has an ebb and flow with the rest of the adventure in almost any other experience. So I feel like, that's part of what might contribute to it. But I wouldn't even say that like in a vacuum it's just an okay game because again it doesn't have any like there's no reason for me to play Prime 4 an action shooter game over like Titanfall 2 or Prey 2017 or just going back to the Halo series that offer the same type of crazy lore, some cool mobility, actual explorations and moments that feel like they're trying to convey emotions in a singular vision so they play off each other versus here where it's kind of like a little bit of everything but nothing quite comes together. And when you have this whole intro to establish a villain and you don't really do anything with him, it starts to become something a little bit more and more. The more I played it, the more it feels sort of like unfocused. That's what I would want to say. It's trying to appeal to too many demographics, and by trying to do so, it doesn't really lean heavily into one singular area where it becomes its strong suit. Like, I can definitely see it getting new fans for the series for sure, which I'm happy, but it has so much that I don't like. Yeah. And I feel like it's more baffling. Like, all right, I see people defending Mackenzie and Duke and Nora, but at the same time, they don't like Adam or Anthony or any of the Platoon 7 members, who I feel like they're opposite sides of the same spectrum where like sure okay I can understand why nobody likes Adam being a dick, but at the same time on the other side of the spectrum you got everybody just kissing Samus's feet in Prime 4, and all this other stuff, which it just feels like trying to circumvent the Other M problem but like going a little bit too far in several places that just takes me out of the immersion and annoy me as much as the Atom stuff and Other M or whatever. The lore in Prime 4 feels almost AI generated. It's not that it's AI generated. I think it's just more that again there's no focus for a singular message or theme in the same way Prime 1, 2 and 3 tried and sort of achieved at doing it through how the ebb and flow of your adventure matches with the things on the lore. So it feels like it's just the first draft. I feel like what we got to see is just a first rough draft that hasn't quite figured out how all these intricate pieces fit together, and so it kind of makes it feel once again unfocused and sort of all over the place, even more so than Other M in some ways. So like seeing it follow through the same problems of a Federation trooper needs to authorize the Great Samus Aran to use a fire shot, and a Federation trooper is telling the Great Samus Aran how she should explore a specific facility or where to go, which are the trappings of Other M. Linear, uninspired level design without much verticality, which again was one of the main things people were complaining about in Other M. People fearing that Anthony and Adam would just be around hanging out with you as you're progressing in the game and talking to you sort of didn't happen in Other M, but it happened in this game. But because of the context of it being Prime 4, I think people are just so much, for whatever reason, open to those ideas where like it feels like at times it's pushing that envelope way more than Other M. And because it came out like 15 years after Other M, it's more baffling that it doesn't feel like, all right, we learned and we decided to do no on that stuff, and instead just like double down on it. So again, it's a lot of other stuff that I could be saying here. I'm gonna be trying to not be as like negative, crazy inducing as I'm playing this game. Um, just because like I would rather just be able to chill and chat with you guys and all this other stuff. I'm also getting a little bit tired of the echo chamber of Prime 4 discourse in general, because I feel like there's overall too much toxic positivity and too much toxic negativity, and it feels like people defend the game or hate on the game for the wrong reasons. I think we should be like discussing it in general. Because in the end of the day, it's just like this. If this is what Metroid Prime is moving forward, consider me like out of the Metroid Prime uh series as a whole. Like I would have rather just stay uh at that cliffhanger in 3, and I would just take it as some like, you know, cosmic messages like in the other two, where the fight is never really over. There's always another threat lingering in the horizon and sort of gives you that cosmic dread type of stuff. But it's just hard to enjoy a game that takes its story this seriously and puts so much of a forefront on it with how much of these characters talk and fanboy over Samus. But none of it ever comes back to Celux, who's supposed to be the villain who's killing their friends and terrorizing Federation bases long before the events of the game take place, you know? Mackenzie only mentions the name Celux once in base camp as an optional. You talk to him, and you got lucky that he mentioned the name Celux voice line. It's not like there is a cutscene in which the guys are like wondering or giving you more context or whatever, you know. Just feel that a lot of us that are saying that we liked Prime 4, because it used to be, I used to be in that boat. I used to be in that boat of I want to like Prime 4 for what it is, and all this other stuff. But then I went and replayed it, and then I replayed Prime 1 and 2 and 3 again just to compare it, and it's like the more I see it, the less of it feels like a Metroid game. And I feel that that's the biggest issue, because if it were called like Beyond, a Metroid Prime Federation Force Awakens story, then yeah, like I'd be able to process it better, like Other M or Federation Force that from the beginning were just being clear about what was there. Or if like, all right, Soul Valley is not the only way that you can connect to the areas, but you can go to like maybe there's a second time that you have to go to Flare Pool in a different section that's more of the mountain actual raw volcano thing to find the source of the green energy, but the only way you can get there is through a monorail that is from Icebelt that brings the energy to the facility that is required for them to do these experiments before they built the generator. Or like, all right, you're taking the pots from Volt Forge into Icebelt, and like you already have these loading transitions where it's just Samus riding on the bike that I feel like you could have reused for that. So, and explain how you cross that big distance, and then suddenly like, so that way it creates the way that you get inside Volt Forge through Soul Valley, but you come back out to Soul Valley through Icebelt instead. So that way the world still feels more interconnected, and you're adding more things to find. And even then, like, I don't like if you're gonna have Samus be like yapped at by some random Federation trooper so often, you could at least make it so Samus's body language helps convey um some character, kind of like how she did in Corruption and Echoes and stuff like that. At the very least, I'm always having fun seeing people figure out speed runs for this. But the green crystals are the thing that sucks for me. The fun out of that right now. For me, it's that, and that the scavenger hunt at the end is just the Soul Valley experience. Like I only have to go back what once back to Flarepole to collect one piece part for Betsy. So again, it's not like I'm going back to Fury Greek. Like there's a part of Betsy in each one of these maps that at least is encouraging me to go back and get 100%. That's gonna get this ladder. You know. It's also like funny that you have all these Federation troopers talk to Samus, but no one really brings up again that Samus used to be a Federation member at some point, or her achievements in the previous games. Like, I think it would have just been silly or kind of fun if maybe Tokabi was like a member from the Federation force, and he calls back to when Samus helped them fight that beetle in that game, or when Duke is talking about how he was stationed in Norian for the Norian curry flavor text that he mentions all this other stuff. Like, I even had a rewrite on how to keep Nora being a fangirl and kind of works more in the Flarepole scene, in which she's just like shocked at seeing Samus. Like, Duke is like a sergeant, so he's seen Samus in action on Norian because of my stupid headcanon or whatever. So he's like chill and composed and whatever, but Armstrong is just a fangirl that can't believe Samus is really standing in front of her, that she maybe just like doesn't say anything. She's just like too like in shock of like, oh my gosh. And so Duke is like, come on, Nora. And then she's like, oh, it's Nora here. By the way, big fan. And sort of she slowly starts getting a little bit more excited, and leading up to the moment where she either gushes about the new suit or the Morph Ball, one or the other. It's a tech demo for Switch 2 to show its capabilities for mouse mode and motion controls in 120 frames per second. I guess they knew the game was fucked from the start. Yes, I can kind of agree with that, especially because of all the new information that has surfaced regarding the game's development as a whole, and how Retro didn't really have what it seems to be the opportunity to do the game that they wanted to. And instead they were told that you can't backtrack in pre-production. You gotta just finish what we have here. Do it. And it really, you can really feel it when you realize, oh, where there's no lore. The lore, what little lore is there, contradicts itself constantly. Nothing really leads anywhere. Nothing's really tied back to Silex. Samus has psychic visions because of her psychic stone, but instead of being like some foreshadow or view at the great tragedy or the tree or something along those lines, it's just some random inconsequential Silex flashback cutscene for reasons that aren't really connected to anything. Yeah, Brian, I agree. Even because Nora says that she joins the Federation because of people like Samus who like inspired and motivated her and stuff like that, which is cool. But like, it would have been like even cooler if they pushed a little bit further with that. But again, I think that it's just that at this point the metric continuity is just so all over the place that we just need like a quote unquote reboot. And I feel like there's no better chance to do it than with Prime 4. Wait a minute. Okay. No, never mind. No longer Prime 4. Metroid 6. Like there's no moment in the game that I feel the same cathartic sort of build up and release of tension, which I think is the strong suit for Metroid storylines. They're always about building tension. And I can mention so many moments where the developers did that so eloquently and so seamlessly in Fusion and Dread and Prime, especially 1, 2, and 3, that this game also doesn't really offer. So, like, at the end of the day, I don't even get the satisfaction that it was I who vanquished Silex, because I beat him, and then 2 minutes later, after he, like, falls off the edge of infinity, or wherever we are at, he just shows up again, and it's Duke punching him in the face. You think the developers just forgot the Samus was a Federation soldier? Like I said, I just think that the canon is right now so split between the 2D games not really looking too much into the Prime games, and now this game just putting itself all over the place, with like, oh right, Silex had Metroids since before Metroid 2, and he's been attacking all these Federation bases all this time, but we're only gonna bring it up in Metroid Prime 4, which is post Other M. So you have Metroid 2, Super Metroid, other M, where Silex is like doing all this other stuff. So it kind of feels like at this point they should just like forget the continuity and start from scratch. In a sense that allows the like keep still who is Samus and what makes her Samus, but like, all right, these are not tied to Metroids 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, so you can still have Samus. You can probably bring back Ridley and what and Crocomire and whatever, but you know, like I feel like Corruption handled the Federations being fanboys of Samus a lot better. Not to mention that they're voiced by the great and talented Troy Baker, no less. But like even like the entire opening of Corruption feels like it's just an action scene that's there to distract Samus and the Federation. And Dark Samus sends this whole Leviathan to crash on Norium. But the more I think about it, the less it feels like her ultimate goal was actually crashing the Leviathan and Norium, but more so to lure Samus to show up in a particular place so she can ambush her and try and corrupt her right there and then, because she leaves afterwards, and sort of like whether or not Norian gets corrupted at that particular point is sort of inconsequential to Dark Samus and her plans, because the Federation means nothing to her. If she can, the only thing that she needs to take down is Samus, and then the galaxy is hers. So like it feels cool that the game sort of makes this whole war intro just be a trap to lure Samus into this one particular place that she can kind of like jump at her and ambush her. And it also tells you that maybe Dark Samus has been like planning and waiting and learning from their last encounter and stuff like that. So like even without saying much, it feels like the more you think about it, the more of this cosmic horror story details start showing up. That Beyond just seems all over the place. Yeah, Prime 4 is after Super. It's after not even Super Metroid. It's after Other M specifically, but before Fusion. But the scan log on Silex says that he got the Metroids in 20x6, which predates Samus Returns now. So the last Metroid was never in captivity. I guess the galaxy was never at peace. Because Silex has been having Metroids in the background, and he's been using them to not only take over the Metroids, the Space Pirates. So I guess that why would Ridley go to Ceres Space Station when he should be, I guess, quote unquote, mind controlled by Silex, or know that Silex is mind controlling some of the pirate factions so he can steal some of those cool new Metroid fusion abled Metroids that allow them to have minds being controlled. And Ravenbeak should have also maybe been aware of that, because it's not like Silex like went hiding and for all these years and stuff like that. No. The scan log says that he's been actively tormenting the Federation bases and doing raids and stuff like that off screen between games. So yes. Again, it's just the fact that the game was marketed with like all of the right bells and whistles and showing me the right things to get me invested and interesting. It's almost like they dangled Silex in front of me like a pair of keys, and I'm supposed, and I go, oh yeah, I liked it because Silux and stuff like that, rather than, all right, seeing what is the game that I'm playing. It's not that only that the writers don't know the lore and the canon, but there is a clear sense that the writers just did not know what they wanted to do with this game. Because I even thought at one point, I was telling Rocco, you see this whole thing in Soul Valley? There was a point where I thought like, dude, what if the artifact in Tanimar is like a pocket dimension machine thing? And we got like shrunk into this thing, but Silex somehow didn't. He's just controlling this world as a simulation just to fuck with Samus, so whatever. The psychic mode is really there for Silex, for Samus to not be aware of what really sort of psychological horror is going on. She's infected with a Metroid fusion. The green energy is actually the Metroid DNA that Silex is injecting into the planet. And the only way that Samus can sort of free herself is by going and confronting him at the top of Chrono Tower. So he invented the Lamorne, and all of this thing is just an elaborate ruse to have this world of a simulation distract Samus from what really is going on, and then like the rug is pulled underneath her at the end. And heck, you could even have it that he puts these Federation troopers as a way to prevent Samus from realizing this thing and distract her and prey on her sense of duty and goody two shoes and saving the Federations and along these lines and all this other stuff, you know? But it's just like the writers just didn't even know how Sylix would connect back to the Lamorne, how the Metroids being stolen in Federation Force and having the ability to DNA splice themselves onto other creatures, which is what is affecting the bosses, happens. Or why would Sylix come over, infect 5 different, or 4 at least, different bosses with Metroid Fusion, but not decide to steal any of their keys and like uses portal opening powers to go to the edge of the universe and leave the key there and then just come back and say, Samus, you're stuck here forever. Eat shit. What is the better platform? YouTube, Twitch, or there's cool flying jet propel ones in Phendrana Shorelines? Definitely that. The other reason I'd say that this is not like a fun game in general, it's also because it's flat. It's very much flat. I feel like when I play the previous Metroid Prime games, the fun part of it is how, you know, there is vertical rooms that require you to do platforming to go from one place to the other. But in here, you can just walk. It's the one Metroid game where I feel like I could be a Morph Ball the entire time, and I wouldn't need the Spring Ball to like get mobility or anything like that, because it's mostly a map that just is walk. You know, even when you see a room like this, it might make you think that there's some platforming there. It's usually just an elevator. The only semblance of vertical platforming that there is in the game is here, in like the first tower of Vault Forge, and that's only really like in the one room where you have the bikes and the electrical thing. Because in here, there's not really as much platforming as there is a Morph Ball puzzle. And in here, there's isn't also either not much platforming. It's just other ways that you're tricking the bike building machines to help you go up. But, you know, Samus is supposed to be a bird. And Metroid games are all about, like, jumping and stuff like that. Even, you know, the other games have it. I think this can be somewhat rectified by just calling his Metroids Machtroids, that if they are, and saying that these abilities are specific to Machtroids as a way of fleshing them out. I don't think that would have solved anything. I think that would have just raised more questions, because how did the Machtroids gain these abilities in the first place? How do they correlate to the bosses? How do they correlate to, like, anything? There's also a platforming challenge to get out of the Celia's room. Yeah, but I guess so. Yeah, you're right. But I also see it as like it's just 3 platforming. There's nothing like, you remember in the original Metroid Prime and like when you were going towards Chozo Ruins in the room with a half pipe in Talon Overworld, there's like this whole left side of it where you're jumping around a pond and there's like a waterfall and there's all these different zoomers and there's the Geemer, and you cross a little bridge over the chasm and it leads you to the room with a plant, and you can fire the projectile back at the plant and it causes it to die but also explode all the other things around it. And then you reach this vertical room that's got like 3 layers, and you can use the grapple beam to cross the chasm and use the X-ray visor to jump on these invisible platforms up to the top of it with a plasma beam door, or you can just descend all the way in the bottom to go to Magmar Carvens. But then if you need to make your way back up, you have to deal with a nest of beetles at the bottom, and then like walk over the rock geometry around the edge of the room before the decayed bridge sort of becomes a bridge. And then you reach these small little not stalactites, but like pillars of rock with little ponds of water on the top of them. And you're supposed to jump from one to the other just to get back to the previous room with a plant. There's nothing quite like that in here that just invites you to jump around and explore these rooms. You just walk. So that's part of why I would think that this game is also bad. And I think that the reason some people might enjoy it is because they play more contemporary shooters, where they are not required to do platforming and stuff like that. And instead you have Miles McKenzie here saying things. And I'll say this. I think the people who defend McKenzie as the navigator but hate on Adam Malkovich just have it miss the same, but again, in opposite side of the spectrums. which is why I would always like vouch for it just being View as the main guy. Oh, at least I don't have to go back to Fury Green to load Tokavi. I guess I can always just go back to the title screen and load Tokavi into the map, which feels so freaking dumb. How do I load the guy in the map who is going to give me the MacGuffin he found off screen? An important MacGuffin, because it's a teleporter, a Lamorne teleporter that comes out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Samus, I found this off screen, but I'm going to tell you about my dad instead. He's the Aurora unit, but way more talkative. He's the Aurora unit, way more talkative, way more annoying, and way less story servicing. Because I usually felt that the things that the Aurora unit was trying to tell the players were important story details that they might not know. And that includes moments like when Samus gets the Phazon corruption in like the Brio ice section before you go fight Rundus. And the Aurora unit tells you we'll look into it, and then later on they discover that it was a PD, which was the issue and why the Federation, the other hunters turned evil and all this other stuff, and the whole "we are sorry," and the reminder that like, all right, we can remove it, but we need this ability to defeat Dark Samus, so it's a necessary evil, sadly. And they even up, you know, they show remorse about putting Samus in such a precarious position, and show worry about his safety and stuff like that. All right, Tokavi, tell me about your dad.
Samus.
This is the cutscene that really made me dislike this character. Yeah?
Do you feel that? Dry wind blows across the land. The sound of the breeze and the voices of the creatures that dwell here remind me of home. My family comes from a long line of hunters.
Yeah.
Hunting
Exactly.
is how we survived.
Yeah, no. Croco also gave another point with the Adam and Mackenzie. I'll explain it after the
When I
cutscene.
catch the scent of game in the wind, I remember
Like,
those who came before.
you know, I feel like I felt like this was a random cutscene.
Myself.
I lose
I
myself.
found something near the cargo launcher.
What is it? You're not even going to show me the model game?
Thinking it'll be of use to you.
There's not even like a close-up of him showing the model, and then it cuts to Samus grabbing it off screen. But he gave me a teleporter chip. This seems like very important Lamorne culture and tech that all of a sudden shows up out of the blue. It's not really foreshadowed outside of the intro. But instead of like, yo, Samus, I found this while trying to find more information of Silex, and it led me to find this other thing, and this teleporter thing. You think we might be in a simulation or some other shit? But no, he robs me of the joy of finding the thing. And again, it feels just like it's the first draft of like, all right, what's Tokavi's thing? And it's all like the first draft type of stuff. This is why I would consider this guy to be the worst.
Better take that chip back to Mackenzie. I hope it helps.
I hoped that I would be the one to find it in a Metroid type of adventure.
Better take that chip back to Mackenzie. I hope it helps.
Would you like a real Prime Metroidvania spin-off where you play as Silex? His lockjaw already is different with ability to fly. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know at this point. This game really broke me about my faith on whether or not a team or even the guys at Nintendo would understand how to make a Metroid Prime game again, because I find that the Nintendo mentality is more like, what is the new gimmick that we can put into blank franchise? Because that's what they've used as an excuse to why they haven't brought back F-Zero. It's just like, we don't know what gimmick to give the game. So I felt like in this one, the gimmick was psychic powers and bike on desert. Because we have now an obsession with open world maps. That just, you know. What is the significance of him bringing it up? Nothing. By the way, if you go to Fury Green shortly before his appearance in the desert, he'll be there on base camp. And just not give you the teleporter. You have to leave him to find him in the desert and then bring back to base camp. Yeah, that's what happened in the original playthrough. I was just walking around the desert, and you guys were like telling me to go back to Fury Green. It's so stupid, man. You just have to unload like it's so silly that you have to unload Soul Valley and reload it for Tokavi to spawn. Because the last time because if not, it'd be very awkward that he says goodbye to you with the other troopers after the Great Mines. And then you find them over there in the desert. I was hoping this game would have Silex mode where you play as him, going through viewers instead of Samus. I was just hoping that this game would seem to have any sense of wanting to tell a story about Silex and stuff. You know? And you have to do it for each of the remaining expansions it gives you. Yeah, like... To be fair, you can load and unload it with the Safe Station Shrine, right? I don't know. Probably. But it's still silly. It's still silly. The Safe Station Shrine does not reload Soul Valley? Okay. So yeah, you have to either go to a different area or quit the game to reload Tokavi. That's so silly. Like, that's like if... You know, Metroid Prime had the Chozo artifacts loaded from the start. If you knew where they are and how to get them early, nothing is stopping. And you had the right tools to get them early, nothing is stopping you. And here, there's like 3 barriers, which only helps accentuate the fact that there's no meat in these bones. Because Tokavi has to reload, so you have to either leave Soul Valley and come back, or quit the game and reload, so he can give you the teleporter, which he finds off screen. They don't even show you how it looks, and he's just talking to you about, Dad, my dad, Samus. I heard that you had 3 dads. How is it like? And then you have to find the green energies after the fact that you went through all this run for MacGuffin teleporter keys. Which, yeah, Metroid Prime 2 also structured the story as like a Zelda MacGuffin adventure with the Lights of Aether, but like, the whole world is built around the Light of Aether and how that caused Dark Aether and the Phazon to shift and all this other stuff. What makes the entire Tokavi scenes infuriating. He's already there at base camp. Yeah, exactly. The quickest one to use is to reload Soul Valley too, so wait for it, Voltforge! Gimmicks don't make a game unique. F-Zero is a racing game with anti-gravity tracks and high speeds. Making it with whatever controls or gimmicks isn't going to make the game more better. I agree, which is why I feel like, you know, that's Nintendo's excuse. I've just been like, dude, it's been since 2004, 2003 if you're in the US. Or not in Japan, I should say. Waiting for F-Zero. And the reason you're saying you don't want to do it is because we don't have a gimmick. So, like, when I see Metroid Prime 4 and the way it is, like, yeah, it's just Nintendo's obsessed with putting a gimmick per game of sorts. What Kroko was saying in regards to Mackenzie and why, like, it seems silly compared to Adam is that... Oh, wait, hold on.
I think so.
Aw, he's hurt. No, not View.
I believe Specialist Mackenzie will be able to fix my arm.
Samus, welcome back.
Thank you, Tokavi. I saw you in the desert. How did you beat me here?
I am a certified Galactic Federation heavyweight golem pilot.
Again, it's the way he introduces himself and talks. It just feels like more of a user interface type of menu. Rather than like sentience type of stuff. So that's kind of why I also like View in comparison to the Adam AI.
Specialist Mackenzie is highly skilled. He can fix my arm without following the manual.
Well, this little bitch better hurry up and fixing your arm, or else I'll be taking off his arm and putting it on you, Brobot. I'm also a highly skilled engineer. And I got a fire shot to weld things. Gosh. So...
Never underestimate an old war dog. In times like these, our strength truly shines.
Are you calling Samus an old war dog?
I can't wait to see my family. When I get back home, I'll be taking a much-needed leave.
Yeah, like with hindsight, knowing that these guys died, that's supposed to like tug at your heartstrings. But because of how there's no payoff to anything, and no build up to anything, and no like vision to anything, it just feels hollow.
Nora sure has grown up. She'll make a fine soldier.
The models on the table are so low poly. Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. Here, yeah, there he is. This is my favorite thing about Tokavi as a character. The dude does woodworking. It's never brought up in any conversation. It's never something he tells you about his stories with Solon. But I feel adds so much to this character. Like, he's a hunter. He's probably used to spending so much time waiting for particular prey or targets to show up. So something like woodworking helps him stay established. It helps go back to the fact that his planet had like low resources or whatever. And he's just making tools to help. And it's not only just like, yeah, it's a big ass spoon, but you know what I see it more? Like a bowl that just has a handle. So if you're serving things that are hot, because you're probably making a stew in the middle of nowhere, you just put that in, grab your stew, and eat it right from there. You don't need to have a bowl and a spoon made, you know? And he's even got like one of the wolves that you hunt. So it shows that there's a lot of like, you know, grounding in this activity and stuff like that, you know?
I see.
I see.
I see.
I was never able to face myself until I arrived on this planet.
What do you mean?
Perhaps being stranded here wasn't so bad after all.
What is that supposed to mean?
What does that even mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
I had no
Do we actually know why he says that, or
No.
do we know
No,
anything
it's
about
just-
this guy
he's just-
besides he just
They
here?
just yap. Most of it is just yap.
I'll be heading out to the desert soon.
Okay.
When I was alone in the mines.
Maybe he says more about that in the other cutscenes because like I didn't get all of the items, so I didn't get all of the Tokavi dialogues. Yeah, yes. Keep
When I get home, the first thing I'm gonna
kissing
do is
my
take a hot
ass,
shower.
man.
I can't wait to get out of this armor.
Nora. What was the phrase that we say, Gabe?
Sergeant
Phrase that we
always puts
say.
the squad first.
For an ass kisser?
This little adventure has certainly taught me that.
Ah, coño. There's many,
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to let you.
Halabola.
Halabola, yeah, that's the one. Nora's just a great halabolas, man. Anyways.
Let's take a look.
Look, now I get to see the thing. Why wasn't that when Tokavi handed it to me? Use my favorite NPC.
This is
Gameplay, because he's scan gimmick almost functions like a substitute for an actual item. Yes, and because he actually has to punch the enemy. He's got to like walk towards the enemy and punch them, so it gives more of that ebb and flow of how he complements Samus with close quarter stuff. Versus all of these guys who just shoot and shoot and shoot.
Yeah, sorry, Raid. I sold it. I sold your Game Boy Pocket.
So what Kroko was saying off screen is that the thing with Adam, and it's not to defend Adam or to say that the mechanic is better, but at least Adam was a character of authority within the Federation, a character with authority that also had like a connection towards Samus. So you could more or less justify and stomach a little bit more why this is going like that, even if it's, I believe, badly handled in the game. Versus the guys over here who are just literally like whatever nobodies. Stranded in an alien planet versus like in that game where Samus is walking into a Federation handled situation and they don't want her there. So she's got to play by the rules or get the fuck out type of stuff. Rather than just some level 4 mechanic engineer that you save and continues to yap at you.
will let you teleport them directly to base camp.
You know, Adam doesn't tag along, or Anthony doesn't tag along and start talking to you as you're walking around the bottle ship. They only show up for the cutscenes, and then they're there investigating on in the Sector 1 facility, kind of like these guys are here. But it's never a moment where like Specialist Anthony is down. Samus, use your psychic powers to heal him.
I am a certified Galactic Federation heavyweight golem pilot.
And I love you so much. please. If there's one thing I want to see come... If there's a few things I want to see come back from Prime 4. 1 is View. 2 is View. 3 is View. 4 is View. 5 is View. 6 is the way the beam swaps. It's pretty fun and pretty creative. Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. So he goes punches enemies in different ways. Yeah. Yeah, Kirk was saying, like, wouldn't it be cool if it was just View, who's, like, your navigator, and he shows up later, and you can, like, upgrade him via skill trees to do different passive things to help you either scan items or find enemies and supply lore instead of 5 characters who just hala Samus bolas. Sarge! Yeah. Yeah. They just needed the 1 character instead of 5. And View is just a perfect one because he's so adorably chunky. Yeah, he's a robot. You can mod him. He's a golem pilot anyway, so he's the one in the mech at the end of it all. Samus is kind of an engineer, and I'm pretty sure that the Federation robot heavyweight class golem pilot would know how to repair a golem mech. Yeah, I know. I need a level 4 engineer, dude. I need also a level 4 engineer to give me my plasma beam. But no, this game fun. Adam bad. Mackenzie good. Sorry, I'm back. Croco sometimes chime in. I want to see View do a cooking show with Crocomire now. Yeah, it's Croco's the chef, View is the sous chef handing over the things. View and beam swaps are pretty much the only thing I'd want to salvage from this thing, too. I also would like to salvage the psychic, I toss a power bomb upon ye mechanic. Because I really thought that was genuinely fun. It's just a little bit too slow for it to be, at least with Morph Ball bombs, compared to power bombs that just nuke things. It's not even been 2 minutes in the desert, Mackenzie's talking to me, man. Which, again, I think is just a band-aid on how to fix a problem, rather than an intentional mechanic, because of how often he has to talk to you and remind you, because they knew that players just gotten lost in the desert and forgot it, you know? I like Mackenzie. I like him being a dork and a nerd and all this other stuff, but View, man. View is just adorably bleep bloop. Yeah, psychic power bombs also help a lot in a certain near universally hated final boss.
There appears to be some Belfed debris near your location. Might be a good place to search for mech parts.
No shit, Mackenzie. It's like the game really did not have faith on the player stumbling into any of these things with their Viola like to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Or forget that Betsy's a thing back at base camp because you don't really have to go back and look at Betsy anymore after the whole Mackenzie saying, "Poor Betsy. I love the Betsy." Oh, I think this is another Tokavi. Why are these guys showing up? I hate this game. I'm walking around and the stupid spinner bots spawn. And I learned my lesson from last time that they will fucking nuke me. No, there's no way to shut up Mackenzie unless you turn off the dialogue volume to the lowest. There's no shut up the hint system in this game. And people will say that it's the same thing that happened in Corruption. So it's okay because it was the same thing with the Aurora unit. Without realizing that it was also equally annoying when the Aurora unit did it. And that the problem is that you cannot just shut them up. But at least in Corruption, I could turn off the... If I open the map, it's going to show me... The hint system animation is going to show me where to go. Kind of like Mackenzie does every time it says open, press minus to open the map type of stuff. It was the Force Awakens and Halo 4 of the Metroid franchise. Yeah, that's why I've been calling it. Croco says it's not Halo 4, but more Halo 5.
The worst.
Yeah. Frick the bees? What about the spinning robots of Doom that just showed up, man? The bees are just annoying. The other spinning robots of Doom cost me a game over. Alright. An energy tank. Yeah, the bees don't drain me an energy tank, and they're not making the annoying griever noises.
Yeah, I mean, they just arrived. She didn't see the spinning wheels.
This is the place where they respawn twice for me? Jeez.
When I have all the missing parts, I can fix the mech.
No way, Mackenzie. If you have all the missing parts, you can fix the mech? Jowsers.
No shit.
I thought that you would just have them for decoration. Chat, wouldn't it be cool if, like, throughout the game, you're just making View become the mech?
Mech parts seem to be scattered across Vuros. Maybe we should check around Lamorne's structures as well.
Thanks, Mackenzie. This is what I'm already doing. Worst common enemy in the game outside of Soul Valley? Cybots. No. Grievers. No. Cybots. No. Grievers. No. Cybots. No. Grievers. No. Cybots. No. Grievers.
Both.
Can I say both?
You can say both.
So Betsy has
you know
both arms
the
in camp
commercial?
now? Yes, I think she does. We'll go back in a bit to see. I'm just trying to grab another part while I'm at it, just to see the differences. Yeah?
But also, yeah, you remember the commercial. ¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos? Still sad we can't use the mech cannon. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't it be cool? If it's View the one getting upgraded with it because he's cute and adorably deep-boop. I just want View fan art, man. All I keep getting is freaking Mackenzie and Nora, but nobody's drawing Views. And that's the biggest crime. We're at the point with Prime 4 discourse where people are saying, well, Prime 1 was linear too. It just tricked players that it wasn't. And it's so past good faith discussion that I want to slam my head into the wall. That's why I feel like it's been like that for me since the beginning. I mentioned negatives about Prime 4 not following this, and then people are just like, I guess not willing to listen. Or just, they're so deep into the copium that the game has to be good. And the only way we can make it be good is by shitting on the previous games. Even though this game is just repeating the worst mistakes from the previous Metroid games, all in one. Cybots are trivialized by eye shot and can get easily stun locked. Reavers still do their stupid dodge from time to time. Yeah, but Cybots also just show up all over the place, and I find that annoying. And like, they have these laser beams, and there's the Cybots that teleport and shit like that. That just makes them a lot more annoying. Where with a Griever, I feel like I can actually just easily annoy them or just, well, powerbomb upon you. And it will give View the excuse of not taking part in the final battle because he needs time to recharge or recover. Yeah, precisely. Like, it's very on the nose, which, whatever, but it wouldn't bother me so much if it happened less. I don't know about that, Midnight. The lab needed more horrors like Cybots, grafted Reavers. The lab could have just used more horror. It's way too PG. Use pretty much the silver lining of this game, agreed. Every Metroid game is straightforward, but it's a hidden pathway. Yeah, it's what I've been saying. It hides a linearity by offering you circles that you are supposed to get lost into and go around in circles until you find the correct way forward or a detail in the environment that you didn't notice, or experimenting with your toolkit. And the game does neither of those things. And usually when the other Prime games ask you to backtrack, it would lead to you making a discovery about a different portion of the location that you couldn't otherwise explore, that added more lore and more things and more rooms for you to explore. Like when I went back to every time, like when you think about Prime 1 and you go back to Phendrana Drifts the second time with the space jump boots, the game doesn't really ask you to go back to the previous rooms you explore. You have a way to just skip those and instead just focus on the new rooms that you can now find. And what have you. You know? Or am I just going insane? Meanwhile, in here, the solution is go back to a room that you already did in Vault Forge, spin a thing, see a cutscene, get the fuck out. We'll throw a mini-boss on your way out because there's nothing else from stopping you. Just make a beeline out of Vault Forge. So what's the one thing they have to improve in Prime 5? Only one thing. What would be your choice? I want a map like Prime 1 and 2, Super Metroid. Dude, I cannot just leave it at one thing, because my main issue is, again, how the game betrays the standards that make a Metroidvania experience a Metroidvania experience, and then doesn't add or do anything in general. That I feel like there's just a lot that needs fixing to bring it back to being a fun Metroid game first, before I can add anything that I would want to salvage from this game and improve in the other one. Like, it needs to come back home. It drank too much green energy and it doesn't know what it wants to do, man. But I would say it's just like map design. If you don't have a good map design in the way that the blocking of the map overall and the interconnection and the invisible branching paths that you could possibly take, or the circles that you could walk into as you try and find the correct answer, then you might as well just not make a Metroid game and call it a Zelda game. Where you're expecting a little bit more of an actual, like, linear progression, if you may. It's not that the linearity, it makes a game bad. It's just that the Metroid games have always... They made an entire genre on, I feel lost and confused. Maybe I should pay attention to my surroundings and where I can go. And the more I progress, the more things become available, and the more details I can find in the environment. And here it feels more like that Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild mentality, where the power-ups are Korok seeds. And they're just placed in here and placed over there with... This one will put a fire shot, and this one will be a control beam. Nothing feels quite like the Chozo artifacts hidden in the environment, on top of the platforming, on top of the level environmental storytelling, on top of the natural progression type of stuff that gives this map a multiple layers and more of a lore. I can't believe I caught that in the recording.
Samus,
Oh, Tokawi didn't load, even though the thing was here.
make yourself comfortable.
Like, they didn't meet the benchmark minimum.
This
And Prime Pinball and Other M have a higher score than it. I think that speaks for itself.
We used to sit around a fire just like this, telling stories. He always spoke of Solon. Are you familiar? Solon sits atop the sky. Solon provides equal light to all. Solon is always watching over us. That is why we must not bring shame to Solon. I have made mistakes. Many mistakes.
Such as?
But through Solon's light, I find balance. Thank you for indulging me.
I like how Samus is just there like, bruh, why are you yapping at me? Just give me my missile
Have you
already.
seen some of the pieces of the Federation base that were teleported here?
No?
I believe this will be of use to you.
I've not seen all the pieces of the Federation boys base all over the island, all over the desert the entire time. My dad works at Solon, you know. Tokawi just looks like a Halo 2 ODST trooper. Dude, how dare you offend the ODST troopers, man? Chat, ban this man. Ban this man. I'm just making a joke. But Croco got really upset. Samus is actually watching YouTube videos as he talks about. She does not care. Yeah, she's got like her ambience playing in her head.
There appears to be some Palfan-
The timing of this game was horrible.
Might be a
Yeah.
place to search for mech parts.
And I feel that again, I feel like part of the reason people like this game is because of a sunk cost fallacy that Nintendo, being genius marketers, did on purpose. And they knew how this game was, and they only showed us the brief things that would get us excited into buying the game, conveniently cutting out Mackenzie or Nora or any of the lack of platforming up until the point that the game was out. We'll put it out on Christmas, near Christmas, so people will want it as a Christmas gift. So they won't look at people streaming the game or reviewing the game because they don't want spoilers of the game. And so they got this shiny new Metroid Prime game that took forever to make, and it was memed to death and hyped to death with their spanky new shiny Nintendo Switch 2s for Christmas. So, like, no, it's a good game. But I'm not saying that everyone is like that, of course. I'm just saying that I've found certain people that I've talked with or just like lurked in certain chats and stuff just to get like a general idea from the community that it feels like that for some people. Tokavi amiibo that plays Family Guy shorts in Salt Valley. This reminds me of the time that Leviathan fell on the planet. Gosh.
Oh,
right.
my rice should be done. I'll be back.
Ooh, rico arroz. This reminds me of the time me and my father saw a giant space dragon. Samus could be like, this reminds me of the time that Ian Malkovich died. Gosh, fuck you, Chad. You made this bit. Get your cardio in, Samus. I took these cutscenes as a way of the developer showing that speed boosting Samus would feel very weird in Metroid Prime, or would look very odd. And then, you know, you're dropped into this map. Welcome to Vuros. Look at all these small creatures. You can scan them. Wow, no way, this is just like the first room, dude. And then you reach like the other maps and it's like, all right. Why is Samus just running? Because we wanted the speed booster in Metroid Prime games. Tokabi, what are you doing? Green energy. What the fuck? Hey, Peter. What are you doing? What the fuck? Chat is saying that it's this bit, but Tokabi, what are you doing? Green energy? What the fuck? Is Samus running just a loading screen? Yeah, it's just like another elevator screen. There's only one elevator screen in this entire game, and it's the one in the Great Mines that you can only see if you decide to go back to the Great Mines for 100%, because there's no reason to go back to the Great Mines. Samus, this reminds me of the time I got hit by an ice beam and got taken out in one shot. I hope I don't get any weaknesses to it later. I feel like when like Mackenzie and the other troopers are talking to her in the back of her mind, and she's going, "This reminds me of the time I was in the bottle ship." The deleter. What the fuck? Oh, this just debated me. Whoops. No, I don't think the speed booster will work. For the same reasons the bike didn't work. You gotta make these maps so big, and then it just becomes Samus Call of Duty sprinting all over the place. And then you have to make the maps way much larger and empty to compensate for the speed you have. Because they're not gonna make the parkour systems and stuff from Titanfall 2. It's not like a character running at supersonic speeds always feels weird because of the way spines work are not really meant for people to be running at those supersonic speeds. So in order to compensate, you make these weird awkward postures and stuff like that. Just look at Sonic. I can't believe that these maps are just like a hallway and I still don't know the difference between one room and the other sometimes. I feel it's just because I don't have to come back to them, that they don't really, like, they don't really stay in my mind after a while. Samus disassociating in Prime 4 is such a good headcanon, I love it. It's almost like she knows that the game, that like, oh, alright. She just disconnects. Question, did you not like the Screw Attack in Prime 2? I did, but they picked their spots, and it still kept it like a Prime game. Yeah, I can see that, but with the Screw Attack, you do realize it's very different, because you're just, like, hopping in the air to cross chasms and stuff like that. So, like, with the Speed Booster, you need speed and momentum. You're going much faster than you would do with the Screw Attack at any point. So the maps need to be even bigger to compensate. And one of the main nitpicks I had with the Screw Attack in Prime 2 and 3 is that it just felt like that. Very situational to a few rooms. Unlike with the 2D games where I feel like if you know your map layout very well and all this other stuff, you can really take advantage of the Speed Booster. I just don't think that every power-up needs to return in every Metroid game. I don't have an issue with the Screw Attack not being back in here, and all this other stuff. Samus, but with a clock-up ability from Kabuto. That would work better, but the clock-up ability, I see it more as Kabuto going fast to dispatch of enemies, not as mobility necessarily. Funniest part about Silvelli is that the boost ball feels only slightly smaller than the Viola, while being so much easier to break the crystals with. Yeah, you probably need a flexible spine. Yeah, View is the only reason that Samus doesn't. View is the only one that Samus doesn't disassociate with. It kind of feels like that because of the way she even like actually nods at View. Yeah, View does greet you. We saw in the yesterday stream. The View takes a moment. He doesn't immediately recognize Samus upon activating. So he scans, and he takes like a moment. Like there's a moment where he's like not immediately talking, so you could more or less read it as he's processing the fact that, oh, this is Samus Aran, and then he comes out with a comply of like, hello, Samus Aran, you have a new suit. I see you have a new suit. View is the reason she tolerates Atom Infusion. Thank God, another robot. I also like the angle infusion that Samus is forced to like comply with Adam because Adam just has all the information, more information about the BSL facility. I see it as sort of like a falconer with a falcon, where they don't have to see eye to eye, but the falconer helps the falcon get the food and stuff done easily, which again I guess would work a lot with it being a Metroid game and Sam is a bird and whatever. But that is 100% me just looking way too much into it. It's just a way I could interpret that type of stuff in another way. Oh yeah, well you look at that. Betsy actually gets fixed. Shame that you're never really quite encouraged to come back here. Yeah, well, I went back. I'm actually seeing Betsy with a missing arm and missing leg that it didn't have. Does it change? Yeah, look at it. It actually updates to the parts that you've collected.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's the other leg I collected and I spelt.
That's cool.
And then there's the non-canon arm that I collected earlier.
That's awesome.
The funny thing is that if you think about it, we don't really need this arm. Because it's not like Betsy is like grabbing onto a rock or the surface to go like in turret configuration for more precise and stronger firepower. Wait, sorry, I'm putting too much creative thought into the storytelling.
This is cool, though.
Yeah, it is cool. It's a cool detail. It's just a shame that like you don't really come back here. It's not even like the Mackenzie or any of the troopers ever go back here, so you go back there and check. Betsy should have been in base camp, is what I'm trying to say.
Or, you know, you can do, like force
Yeah,
move it out.
yeah, and like use your psychic powers for you to build it yourself. That would be fun. Alright, one more power up. Falcon Core. Could have been so cool to pilot Betsy. Yeah, I guess. I actually used to screw attack a lot in Prime 2 and 3. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you, Chad, that I just think that the screw attack, just because the screw attack works, I don't think that the speed booster will. Because it's just much more real estate that you have to do. And if this game has proven anything with the rooms in which you have to use the bike, that usually doesn't make for fun and interesting rooms to explore, because it should be more vertical. And I feel like with the screw attack, you can play a lot with the I'm climbing up in a vertical place to then use this to cross a horizontal space in the air. And again, sprinting would make this feel a little bit more like a regular shooter game, and then I guess would make this boost ball feel quite irrelevant. And I kind of like the boost ball because it encourages you to go back into the morph ball as a faster means of travel, like in the classic games. Until, I guess, you get the speed booster in those, but, you know. Betsy versus Salix, phase 1. Betsy's so huge, I was wondering where she would be placed in base camp. I'll show you. I'll show you! Like, instead of having the speed booster, just come out with, like, a different ability. We don't need the speed booster just because, like, oh my gosh, Samus had it in the 2D games. Cater, these are definitely going for a different thing, and I want it to be, like, good. Because I thought, alright, the bike is here to just make the speed booster a little bit more manageable or something. But then they didn't do anything with it. For exploration, that I don't want the speed booster because this game has proven that no. There's no longer that level, that amount of care in level design anymore. By the way, I know someone who got 199% of all green energy crystals, but ended up missing one in that room because they blended in. This game is stupid. That really does suck. Alright, let's see. Do I have enough green energy crystals for the light suit at home? Have you beaten the game before? Yes. 3 times, in fact. This is playthrough number 4. The main difference here is that I feel that I have enough knowledge of the game so that I can record it a lot. The recording can be a lot smoother. What do you mean the bike has nothing to do with the speed booster? They're both tools that are used to make Samus run fast from one place to the other. It's just that one doesn't have a shine spark, but instead replaces it with a little boost. Again, the only way I can see the speed booster being used as a fun way is that if they made a level design quite like the way that you can parkour and boost stuff things in Titanfall. But even then, I would just prefer like an air boost type of stuff. Like a flash shift type of ability. Which this game already kind of has with a 4-way dash, I guess. I'm just going to send a small portion of the view suit sketch because as someone who hates their own drawings, I think I'm cooking right now. Post it on the fan art so Gabe can also give you tips. He's pretty good at character design and stuff. Bike is cool, but that's basically it, chat member. Bike cool, but bike don't do anything. Bike is there for desert. Desert power. I do think the Legacy suit is pretty, but it feels off in comparison to the light suit. It's just hard to describe. I'll explain it when we get the suit again. But yeah, chat member, I would put... this room is tall as fuck. This room is way bigger than the small room where Betsy is placed at. So, like, you could just put her in, like, that corner, or that corner, or she's kind of, like, in the middle over here, or she's, like, stuck in the ceiling, or crashed through one of these. Like, I feel there's enough real estate here. What's the Light Suit 2.0 called? The Legacy Suit. The Legacy. Metroid Prime 4 Legacy. Alright. Alright, give me 5 seconds. 5 minutes, I'll be right back. Again. You can craft things from basic. Oh, by the way, the Animal Crossing patch is live, and it's great. Shine Spark. Yeah, the Animal Crossing update is live right now. It's crazy. Shine Spark is still my favorite ability, but there's something about Samus with a bike that just tickles the brain in the right way. Yeah. Yeah, it's Shadow Drop for Switch 1 users like us, because we don't have to wait for a Switch 2 update, baby. No, I will not have my island run at a decent frame rate. I will have it chug like Nintendo intended. No, I don't want to spend $450 just so that my Animal Crossing game can be at 60 FPS with all the wonderful things I put around it. Wow. Do you guys see that with the things at the distance? Because again, I'm playing the Switch 1 version. So there's a lot of things just like shrinking and growing in size for the detail. Cool technique, honestly. Alright, chat. I just still think that $450 for the specs and the things under the hood is a little bit too much. Especially considering the state at which this game came out and stuff. Anyways, what area should we go for next in our 100% suffering grind? Actually, I should get the Legacy suit first. I spelt it right. I spelt it is. You could go anywhere, Samus. Trying to see now that we're in a loading screen, the fan art channel. Oh my gosh, that is great. That's coming out really good, Ghosty. If I might suggest something, I would play more with like the eye and the like little antennae he has at the sides of his head. As maybe a way of giving either Samus sort of like a Gundam crown fin or sort of eyebrows, I guess. That might help bring back more of those iconic features on View's face. But otherwise, I really like the details with the shoulders and the side of the helmets sort of being like that. Yeah, I can see the blue parts, but I'm saying that if you add more of the antenna thing, or like the the sides of his head, on top of it, you help bring back more of that View silhouette. Just look at View, and it's like the way he has him on the side of his heads. Alright, let's go get this Legacy suit. Legacy! Lemon fruit. I must carry the fruit. It tastes so delicious. Oh my gosh, these guys are... Clusterfuck.
The force field around Chrono Tower. Also, now you know the hunt for green energy crystals. Don't forget to bring the green energy crystal. They'll turn very green, so you can grow the memory fruit.
Memory. I don't like that I cannot, like, go from bike to morph ball in the same way I can go from morph ball to bike. That should be enough, right? No? Wow, that's not enough. Alright, I know the other big deposit. Memory set in the same way as Sephiroth? Oh, I was thinking of the Linkin Park song. Of a memory of a time.
Might be a good place to search for mech parts.
No, Mackenzie, I don't think I will. It's also kind of dumb that the game doesn't just, like, change these icons to tell you whether or not you've, like, collected everything in the mech part or the power-up at the shrine. They'll stay the same. Something that even Zelda had, with its shrines changing in color on the map depending on whether you just activated them, and completed them, or just saw that. Which, again, there's only like 12 times they had to... It's a mechanic they just had to do 12 times that updates a sprite. So I don't think I'm asking for too much. I know the memory fruit is special, and is what the Lamorne needs to preserve the legacy, but how does it taste, I wonder? Probably sour. But not in like a cranberry type of way. I'm thinking like sour as in, please do not give this to me ever again type of way. What I learned is that if the orb at the top isn't glowing, it hasn't been completed. Yeah, that's what I also learned from my 3 playthroughs. It's just that, man, this is so fun. I've been doing this all game, and it's just not getting tired. What? Not one bit. Chat, if you want to see Soul Valley doing right, just go play Nier Automata. It at least has a story. It at least has a compelling, depressing villain, and characters, and tragic stories, and genuine Metroidvania exploration that usually leads you to find side weapons and lore. Maybe a cute little robot or two. I just wish there was more to do in the desert. I just wish there was more to do in the game. And more to explore and discover. And less Mackenzie talking, and more vertical structures, and more platforming, and environmental storytelling and progression. I was expecting it to taste sweet. No, it's called they're called the Lamorne, the morning. Of course, it'll be like sad and bitter. Chatin Haran. Lempling Taratan. Like, if like you showed this game to like me a year or two ago, I would have been telling you like, what is this? This is not Metroid Prime. This is clearly a shitpost. We're talking about the Metroid Prime, the one Metroid Prime game since Hunters that doesn't have a special sound jingle for when you scan something that's supposed to go into the logbook for 100%. But it's the Metroid game that demands you to get 100% scans in order to get a quote-unquote secret ending. They just don't get it. Okay, really wish the bike would have access to Morph Ball and Power Bombs now. Yeah, it doesn't. I can turn from the Morph Ball back into the... I can go from the Morph Ball into bike mode. As so. But if I press Morph Ball, I don't. I can't. Does this little bit of rock count? Arlo's crash out H in the end. Who's Arlo? Yes, it does, alright. I've been scammed. It didn't drop anything. I've been scammed. I guess that if it's no longer on the radar, then I collected everything. Do I have enough now, Mr. Craps? Wow. Yeah, I don't even get my power bomb back. It's a blue Muppet? They're still making more Muppets? Wait, why are the Muppets talking about video games and Metroid? I mean, I'm just a PNG, but... They count me, believe me. They just don't show the energy going in or in the map, but they count. Alright, I believe. I mean, Libitina, you haven't failed me in the 5 times so far that you've given me a tip about this game, so I have faith. I felt more scammed this about the game not giving me anything. Some Muppet Nintendo fan. Oh. Oh, so like another YouTube video guy. Gotcha. I thought he was like a... I was thinking that he was like a real like Kermit the Frog Muppet. I feel like giving the bike the ability to use power bombs or just had more attacks, it would have been more interesting. Before even that, just give the bike more things to do in the other areas. Oh no, there's a self-destruct sequence in a Metroid game where Samus has a bike. We don't use the bike to escape the flare pool facility. It just fades to black, and then Samus is out the other end with her bike. Yeah, no, considering the tiny crystals do the same, I took no chances. Yeah, that's why I was asking and not wanting to take any chances. Viola can be summoned here. Will haunt my dreams. Yeah, it's like the Pokemon... This is no time to be using your bike meme, but it's another bike that just doesn't get used at all. There's only like that one chasm in Volt Forge that you can use your bike to cross. There's a time and place for everything, but not now. God, even the trailers, they show you using the Viola in the lava area, which makes it more annoying. Yeah. Everything in the trailers and everything in the marketing in this game was just purposely shown and made in a way that would make us get excited and then release it on Christmas so that kids would get this with their Switch 2 and just defend and be more open to the flaws of this game because it's with their shiny new Switch 2. No, it's not bad. It was my Christmas present. I say as someone who was there for a moment until I got to Volt Forge and Mackenzie like ruined my immersion. The entire video was a skit about him not believing this was Prime 4. Yeah, this is not Prime 4. What are you talking about? This is beyond a Metroid Prime Federation Force Awakens story, which is a double joke between the Force Awakens and a Star Wars story, like Solo a Star Wars story. I spent my money on it, so it wasn't a gift. So yeah, same here, but it was a gift from me to me. I even debated on whether or not just to save it for Christmas, because I've always dreamed of having a Metri game out near the holidays so I could get it on Crimbus, but damn.
I think you didn't.
I got a fake Metroid game. This is Bandai's Metroid Prime 4. Retros hasn't come out yet, boys. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, chat member, giving the developer stuff. How many times he's gonna talk? I'm doing the activity that he's saying I should be doing. Nobody programmed anything? Boy, boy, boing. Boy, boy, boing. Grieve these nuts. Die a painful death. Metroid Prime 5 will be peak trust. Right? No, they learned from Prime 4. Prime 4 not that bad. They learn. Like, chat, let's be fair. If Metroid Prime 1, the original one back in the day, was this bad, would you be even excited for its sequels? Metroid Prime 4 Beyond rips off fake label. Metroid Prime Federation Force 2 featuring Samus from Metroid Prime. From Metroid Plus Prime series. Right, you're right. Hey Samus, did you know if you pause the game doesn't keep counting? Samus, have you tried? Do you know that you can turn off the system by pressing the power button? You should try it out sometime.
Hey Sam, did you know that your face buttons usually accord to an action in the game? You should press them and see what happens.
I need to be the Lucian in order to survive this year. I apologize. No, it's fine. Just go play Xenoblade X, chat. I was
Play
looking.
anything else, Chad.
I was looking at my year in review for Switch, and it's just Xenoblade X. Prime 4, they didn't even break the thing for December. You can morph ball tackle? In a way, yeah, I guess, with a boost ball. Shati Haran.
Champion Martinet, Kitutarin, Kastal Chalan, Aska Sidana, Kunlan Dojatsil, Kastal Chalan, Dojatsil, Tendas, Atashin Changaresh, Tutaritek, Alante Beach, Shati Haram, Taganin Chiogathara, Ki and Grat, Asla Ditashal, Kisalek. Kuskaden, Bilia, Lasanatek, Zakara, Inkialin, and Shasta, Chiosudechat, Shadiharan, Kitankia, Chiotus.
By the way, how much did Prime 4 sell again? I don't know, but it's doing bad in terms of reviews. It's just keep going down. The most depressing thing for me was buying this game instead of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. The hype was too much. I enjoyed it, but I feel your pain, dude. I just actually flew to New York to go buy Xenoblade X at the Nintendo store and tell the Nintendo employees who did not know what a Xenoblade X was about Xenoblade X. I was a guy playing at the big screen in the Nintendo store who knew how to get out of defeating the tyrant in the baby starting area.
So I don't have the definitive numbers.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's going to be the
But-
top seller by the end of the year because it came out in December during the holiday craze. Of
Oh,
course
no,
it's
no,
gonna
that's
sell.
the-
No,
that's
no,
the worst
I'm saying
part,
what
it's
chat
not.
saying. I'm replying to what chat typed.
Yeah, but that's the worst part. They, Metro Prime 4 didn't even outsold Welcome Tour.
Oof. How is it doing compared to Metroid Prime, which was shadow drop on the same day it came out and had no marketing?
I mean, if it's doing better than Welcome Tour, I'm pretty sure Prime 4 is doing a lot better.
Is Welcome Tour the Switch 2 $10 game?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The psychic bomb mechanic is one of the only coolest ideas in this game. Using telekinesis PK powers to hold and toss a bomb to solve puzzles. Sad that this is the only game. And they don't really even use it for much outside of like, oh, the bomb slot is out of reach.
Samus,
Toss a bomb to it.
nice to see you again.
I didn't even see this cutscene before.
I was born on the fourth moon of Salatine in the northern reaches. Resources were scarce and each had to struggle to survive.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
my
he's blue.
generation, it was difficult to support the
No way,
family
that's it.
without
I'm gonna
it,
take that
so
back. I gotta go
took
clean my
the
mouth with
risk.
soap.
I don't know if this was in line with
View another cool idea, right? No, yes, View is peak.
feed our family. So from hunter
So far, the Nintendo Switch in general is doing much less than the Switch 1.
my words flow so easily around you.
Oh my
before
gosh, the
you go,
things Pun is sending me
looks like
as
there's a few
way
rooms
to
in
help
this
me with a
valley.
copium in
I
my
found something near
oh
one of them.
gosh, I just have to say this to Tokabi, and then this is to the things that Pun is sending me. I'm blue, Tokabi, Tokabai, Tokabi, Tokabai. Oh, there's another power up here. Sweet.
Solon, watch over you.
And May Solon, give you light, my friend. Was even the point of learning this info, we could have been learning about the history of this planet. So that you are, you know...
You
so
don't
that
have
people,
to try.
So that people would say that Tokabi is the one with fleshed out story and whatever, but I'm part of the View crew. Woo woo.
Just do the fucking DuckTales.
Yeah, and with a goof troop. Tokabatsu, Samus,
Huh.
come, fire, Solon, father. Like, he's just regurgitating the things that are, like, in a scan entry. Like, all of this could have been a thing I read. Again, I dislike it most is because it's taking me out of the exploration journey, and it's the way I collect the item rather than the aha-ness of, well, I found where the item is at, and I was able to sort of think about what I had to use to get it. Aha! I mean, I just think the fact that this game is rated now lower than both... I hate this fucking game. Yes, I know what I have to do. Yes, I know where I have to go. I just wanted to open the map so I can see the items I haven't collected in this bumfuck nowhere desert. Alright, let's go get the... Do I have Legacy Suit now? Yes, alright. Let's go get the light suit at home. The Great Value light suit.
So the light suit is a collectible that you collect by the green crystals?
Yeah, the green. Once you collect all the necessary green energy crystals, you get the fourth suit of the game. You get Varia suit as your default, the Viola suit, then Viola IC, which is the. You see how now I have like bigger purple things on my thighs and shoulders?
I actually didn't notice the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. And the bike turns into a hover bike in a total of 2, maybe 3 rooms, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get the legacy suit when you max out this. And then that's it.
So from what I'm understanding is that the suits has no significance or meaning behind them. For the game or exploration is just, hey, nice power up.
Yeah, nice power up. You collected enough of the green energy. And then they give you like a reward for filling the meter at 25%, which is a upgrade to your default power beam. And then they give you a second one later, which is a faster control beam that I think is just way too late because nothing else is going to be using the control beam. And then they give you the radar that shows you where the green energies are in the desert, which is in the compass.
Any other game that does that, I'll be fine with it. But for some reason, that metric I do not accept it. I mean, getting a new suit means you get to access new areas.
Yeah, the Phazon suit is giving to you at the end of the Phazon Mines. It's got this whole build-up, this whole fake-out with whether or not Samus survives the fucking fused Phazon being dripped beat into her from an Omega Pirate corpse on top of her. To get a suit that allows you to walk on Phazon so you can collect some artifacts and navigate the mines less precariously. The Legacy suit, for... I can charge it and spend 30 missiles to get like a shield. You remember Zelda Twilight Princess?
Yeah, I was thinking exactly of that as you were describing.
It's the rupee suit. It's the rupee suit.
Yeah.
It's the rupee armor you can get from Malomart. That just gives you like a meter of invincibility, and the more you take damage, the more it goes down. So it's only really useful for the 1 or 2 bosses that you need to do. I like the fact that it at least has that as an ability. But like, you know, here we go. We're gonna see like how little of a fanfare there is for the suit called the Legacy suit, which is the whole fruit of the Lamorn. It just feels like it's trying to redo the thing Echoes did with the Light of Aether, but there's no build up or payoff to it, and like the game has to tell you that the memory suit, that the legacy suit contains the memory fruit, and the memory fruit contains the Lamorn memories, because nothing on the game really helps, like, remind you of it or feel natural to the story that you would have it in your mind by the time it happens, that the game has to tell you that through a text box dialogue instead, giving the fact that none of the characters that are 2 rooms away will react at you getting this new suit, even though they react to you getting the Viola Icy suit and stuff like that. And one of those is a fangirl that like fangirls over Samus having a new suit. So yeah. I know that the loading screens in the Switch 2 version are almost like instantaneous. Like, you don't even get to see these many shots in the Switch 2 version. But it just adds more to the disconnect of everything. I think Prime 1 is the only one with 4 suits, the starting power suit, then Varia, Gravity, and Phazon. Yeah, I think so, actually. I think it's the only Metroid game that's got 4 suit upgrades. But that's what made the Phazon suit even more like, whoa! It's because you never really thought about the prospect of getting a Phazon suit. Even less how you get it.
Was your hunt successful?
Cállese.
Buros isn't all that bad.
I find these aliens.
Yeah, Dread has 4 suits as well. So does Fusion.
Yeah. I
Technically.
heard about the Lamorn from Miles, too.
They were a good people. The Lamorn went out of their way.
So what is the mightiest of the Pawn doing here?
I can appreciate this.
Hi, Pawn.
Hi.
Wrong, I've learned a lot about
Hey,
myself
Vaughn.
and seen some amazing things.
Look,
man.
you came a chunky robot moment.
Please, continue.
Robot.
Oh, I wasn't recording this.
I like to
Shit.
be home.
Well, I'll record it now. Fuck, I missed that flavor text, but it doesn't really matter. I just like how this guy talks and walks. Look at him go. Bonk, 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 bonk,
Clunk,
bonk.
clunk, clunk, clunk. Clunk.
Yeah, and I like his like also like his waist and stuff, and how it's kind of like at an angle.
I'm glad my high-frequency vibration generator proved useful.
Chunky.
Chunky.
Specialist Mackenzie is highly skilled.
And then
It's
the
a chunky
chunky.
boy.
Without following the men,
He's dead.
I am a certified Galactic Federation
I love you.
The best part of this game.
Yeah, check. It's the...
I do not require additional energy. Invigorating. Topping off my battery. Thanks for the juice. A
Yep.
shot a day keeps the engineers away.
Pawn here. Hi, Pawn, says chat.
Hi.
Kinda
Hi,
wish-
chat.
Can we all agree View is thick? Yes. I love myself a good
Funky boy.
thick chunky robot. Don't read too much into the fact that I like Signalis with that. In a variety of ways,
Cat,
of
he's a
course. Yeah.
certified robot fucker.
What?
What?
Oh,
Damn,
no.
Pawn.
Damn, Pawn.
What?
Pawn
Damn.
came in swinging.
You just came in swinging for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Let's go get the suit. You're here for a light suit at home.
Light suit at home.
Yeah, look at the great value light suit. The suit, like
Oh
the
no,
fruit,
I've seen the great value light suit.
The memory fruit doesn't
I'm
even.
disappointed.
Yeah, me too. Like the memory fruit doesn't even go to like your psychic stone or your chest. It's just like in your hand.
Hey, Luminov, can I copy your homework?
Yes, but don't make it too obvious. Also, I saw some of the things you sent me.
You were distracted.
You have no idea what I've been looking at during the loading screens.
Oh, like Yui's midriff
What?
in
I didn't scroll that far down. I just
Starling.
saw I just saw this the first star. I was talking
the
about-
star with the cat ear,
I just think she's.
and her blushing, being angry.
I just think she's Nero. Yes. Can we? Gosh, I love the fact that this went from like me talking about Prime 4 to Pawn here just calling me out on main.
I mean, you are a robot fucker.
What are you talking about?
You have the permit.
What are you fucking talking about? Where's my thick robot at? Oh, look at him. Oh, what's he doing? Hold up a minute. Flavor text? Oh no, he's just looking at it.
I am glad my high-frequency vibration generator proved useful.
Yeah, it just feels meaningless. There's no build up to it like with Umos and the light suit.
Well, Pawn, if you're gonna do that, might as well.
Hold on.
Do what?
Run into any trouble on your way here? Nothing I couldn't handle. Back in my unit, Herb Delta, there were missions in more extreme environments.
You're Herc. Hardcore. I've heard the stories about your unit. Any of it true?
Probably best I don't say.
Or Freakon? What?
What?
I'm trying to. Somebody's trying to make a pun in the red chat, and I couldn't understand it. My brain is too small. Ooh, magenta and purple would be pretty. Yeah, memory fruit having a pop-up that you obtain it feels so meaningless since you don't actually do anything with it in game, and there's no build-up to it, quite like with Umo saying this is our last hurrah.
This is made with what? What's the race of these aliens again?
Lamorne.
Lamorne.
Try and keep up, mate.
Which is why View would be better than Light Suit 2.0. Yeah, View Suit would be better than Light Suit 2.0. But it wouldn't make sense with what they tried and established at the beginning of the game. I just feel that like the game should have just been View. And he's the angle for the Federation, and Silex.
Hey, that's too hot. Careful.
And then for these two, I have a very special gift. Die. Oh no, wait, I forgot to give View his present. There, pat the big chunky robot.
You're like the parent that claims they have no favorites, and they're
It's you by a long shot. It's View by a
no, I
long
don't have any favorites. There's the View. Pat, you're my favorite.
shot. I would make View a portable improved PED suit that protects Samus from green energy or something. I mean, they could have done so many things, man. Let's see if we can load another conversation with you while I'm here. Let's go see Betsy. I'll be fine. Oh, look, Pun. Another robot.
Big robot.
Well, this is a mech.
Big.
This is not really like a robot.
Oh yeah, it's a mech suit, but still big.
Big. We all like View, right? Yeah, well, Pun has revealed dark secrets about me, so I guess I'm biased towards robots.
Well,
Can I help you find something, Sergeant? What are you looking for?
Not sure. Some chits, maybe?
Chits, Sarge?
You know, knickknacks? That sort of thing.
What exactly are you looking for?
I don't think I came out of this game like any of the characters. Rolls footage of Orpheon using weapons on all of them except View.
I'll investigate how to play Lemorne-style cards later.
Okay, wait. Make View the mech to destroy the barrier, or View himself becomes Samus' suit and they become one unit. Well, this is turning into Signalis. the chat ideas. But yeah, I've only seen the star. I haven't even scrolled down to see the Yuri. And by that I mean the character's
you
name.
reached on midriff.
Can we please not? I knew it's a joke, of course.
Well, I gotta give Pat the evidence that you're a robot fucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, Albert. I'm balancing out the.
Wait, he's talking. Look, he's.
Oh no, what happened? Are you glitching?
I am making a joke. This is funny.
Yeah, very funny. Seriously though.
I appreciate your concern, but I am in perfect health.
Oh, he gives don't. Ah, he's just so precious. He keeps getting better. I just want View fan art.
Clink,
Clink, clink, clink, clink,
clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
clink.
He tried to make a joke. Well, how the thing that power bombs unlock is breaking bigger green crystal rocks. Yeah, remember Bendesium? First the lizard tomboyant, and now what Pawn is saying, because I'm not gonna say it.
And you want me to bring back the tomboyant lizard?
Gosh.
With black lipstick?
I feel
now...
like... Now I'm just gonna put the Lisa on the stream because I just think she's very cute.
There's a lot of walking, very spongy, so dorky. It actually passes as tomboyant lizard.
Look, View's talking again. View's talking again. Lizard.
Stuck in my head and I can't remember the lyrics.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Yeah, man. Something about my heart. And maybe something about fields. Something like that.
Yes, I have heard this song. Depths of Feeling by Nethervine Conflict. And so you see why I am...
He's singing?
At the thought of you.
View sings?
Let us spend this moment lost above a star watching us.
I wanna jump into the game, hug him, and take him out of the game, and drop him in a good game. He thumbs up and everything. Alright, I gotta keep going back and forth. This is worth it. You know
Okay,
what?
we need more fan art of you.
We need more fan art of you. While we go back and forth, I'll show Lizard then. We must find a better game for View.
There we go, Pawn. I bombarded Albert's DMs.
Oh gosh.
You want to see, Pawn?
Mm-hmm.
It's from this. But there's many.
Nintendo created one of the most loved robots of all time. Lol. Yeah.
Have you tried these thrusters yet? Aren't they amazing?
Yeah, they're fine.
You don't like them? Any issues?
No problem. The first time they went off, my legs weren't aligned. And, I popped my hip out.
Oof. Just be careful with these new toys. You wouldn't want to hurt yourself. Again.
Thank you for your concern.
Alright. Don't want to be. Alright, one more. Oh, there he is.
I have cleaned your workspace and calibrated your tools.
Well, thank you. That's really helpful.
Aw, he's so kind.
An organized base camp.
Are you sure? Don't you need a break or something?
My energy reserves are more than sufficient for this kind of manual labor.
Sure, just don't overdo it.
I will not. Thank you for your concern. You are a good friend.
No. He's an okay friend. 'Cause he's dead. I still don't like all of these characters are human except View. Well, we're talking. I am definitely biased towards View. Now that I guess that cat's out of the bag. Oh, more View, more View. Blessed.
How do you prioritize your targets during combat?
I have programmed to protect my fellow Galfed troopers.
What about you?
Highest priority is your safety. Then I will worry about my own.
Oh, he's a tank. He's so.
This is what I am programmed to do.
Oh my gosh, View, I love you so much.
He is a tank.
Hey.
How dare you take my compliment, Miles? Thank you, View. Thank you, View. View is Omega, but isn't bent on violence. Okay, no, not okay. View is not that cosmic crazy.
No.
You're a good friend, View. You're too good for this world.
Samus, welcome back.
Looks like you're still working hard as ever. When was the last time you took a break?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it. Back on base, I guess, before we got here.
That's no good, soldier. You better make some time to breathe.
I know, Sarge. I just got caught up in all this.
I get it. But this is an order. Find some time to sit and relax. Take your boots off. Close your eyes.
Yes, Sarge.
There's one with View and Duke that's heartwarming besides the singing. Alright, I gotta see it. Okay, I still got time in this part. Which is great, because now I have the Legacy Suit cutscene and then all these conversations. Yeah, no, for real, Mackenzie, take a break. Everybody, remember to take a break. That's a good, message that the game might have. Know how to and when to take breaks. Burnout is incredibly bad. So what games do you think View would be better to be than than this game? Almost anything else.
Samus, welcome back.
Oh, I thought that she would be watching some Metroid Prime footage or some some other footage here and there. Just I wish I got to see them doing more hobby stuff like Tokabi. Oh, he's talking to Duke. Okay, this might be it.
You got any plans when we get back, V?
Standard protocol after a sensitive mission is to format all memory.
What?
All personal information and confidential information, excluding combat data, will be erased.
What?
So this is it?
What?
Everything you do here, everything you learn, they're going to take all that away from you.
They will transfer my memory to an external analysis device and then wipe my core. So I do plan to petition to keep my memory.
Me too, buddy. Me too. And when it comes time to petition, I'd be more than happy to write you a letter of recommendation. You've earned your right to remember who you are, so far as I'm concerned.
This means a great deal to me, Sergeant. I will take you up on your offer.
This is in the game, and it's never... There's a Ghost in a Shell story in the game, and they're... And they don't even play more with it. Gosh, I'm gonna start crying. Poor View. I feel like having an alien in a 2D Metroid game might be more difficult than in Prime. Yeah, I guess. Could have done so much.
Was your hunt successful?
Yes, because this game is a Star Wars game. What are you talking about, chat?
Heart of stone is always alone. A river dry always makes me cry. This valley strange or so untold.
I like how she's singing with her helmet on and View, and Duke is just standing there. Not a single thought.
That's beautiful, Nora.
My mother used to sing it to me whenever I got scared or,
You know? Or you know? You it's just you know. Oh my gosh. You're not the boss of me, die.
Sloppy.
This game is slowly turning me into... Could you imagine, chat? Alright. One time before the game came out, I had made a shitpost of what if Silex is like a dark alternate timeline Samus, where, you know, she doesn't get saved by the Chozos and stuff like that. What if this is like, alright, Samus is just slowly turning into Silex because of how much you just want to punch these guys in the face sometimes. Jack Black and Lizzo felt more organic in Star Wars than these characters do in Metroid. That's a statement. I didn't even know Jack Black and Lizzo were in fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, I've heard he was in Star Wars, but I don't remember what show.
There's just so much that I can't keep up.
Oh no, don't worry. I haven't even watched anything.
Oh gosh.
All I know is that they were in there, and that's it.
They made a super cameo episode in Mandalorian. Oh yeah, season 2. Right. I guess that was so schlop that I just like erased it from my brain.
Hi, Samus. Welcome back.
Oh, view conversation. Chat, hold up.
How do you prioritize your targets during combat?
I have programmed.
Oh, he's okay.
Well,
We'll just it's repeating. All right, let's keep on going. Thank you for the view break. This has been View Break with View. It's in season 3. No, it's in season 2. Because I know I did not watch anything season 3 related. I watched season 2. I saw AI Mark Hamill, and then I was like, nope, no thanks, bye.
You know what's sad
I
about
think so.
that?
What?
I seen the actor and he looks just like him, but younger.
Yeah, but they had to. They couldn't just use like makeup and camera tricks to sell you that he's Mark Hamill.
Exactly,
And
I'm
give this
like,
actor a chance in the spotlight. No,
I was like, bruh.
bruh. All right, there's just no way that anybody out there can convince me that Tokavi's better than View. Just no way.
I'm gonna have to step out, my nerd. So hopefully you finish this shit early.
I don't think so.
Alright. Pawn. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use our chat to put some shit real quick.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
I mean, when don't you use our chat for that? I'm kidding.
First she comes out swinging with a bat, calling me out on main, and now this.
Yeah, no, right. Pawn has been abusive today. Well, Pawn, you gotta let me the results of the image that I sent out, Albert. You hear that, Pawn? Because let me... Because look. It's a balance of... this...
Oh.
and this.
To Ice Belt we go.
Oh.
Dude, there's a Ghost in a Shell View conversation. Where they
Bye,
say
nerds.
they're gonna remove his memories, and he's gonna make a petition so they don't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you already seen the rebels from the Federation?
That's in the
base?
game?
Yeah, it's in the game.
Seeing that reminds me of my job.
One of the random conversations at base camp.
Wow.
Come rest.
That would have been a cool side quest.
I know, right?
Eliminating threats to keep planets on the fringe safe, unknown to everyone. That is the job. And in return,
I like how Tokavi is able to guide Samus, like...
you are also a bounty hunter. But you fight for a greater purpose. Alone. Overcoming death.
Pawn Chad is saying hi.
To fight something only
And
Hi, Chad.
Flamboyant Leisure. And now the other thing.
I pulled it out from under the debris.
Gosh. I'm never going to financially recover.
Take a moment. Feel the rhythm of the wind. It reminds me of my home.
I like how Mackenzie's just been trying to talk to me this entire time. But because I triggered the Tokavi, he had to shut up. What?
No, the conversation between the sniper guy and you.
Wait, what now?
I don't know.
On breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Thanks for making
Breathe.
me...
Feel the wind. What the fuck you mean? Why am laughing? You know that clip of Mike when he started laughing
Yeah,
at a movie?
Yeah.
The Christmas movie? Yeah, that's me right now.
Because of what he was saying? Because that's the gist of every conversation in this game.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
Especially, this guy, literally, one of them is like, I found this very important artifact from the Lamorne that allows you to teleport things from one way for the other, but I'm not going to tell you where I found it, or any significance it might have to anything. Instead, I'm going to tell you about my dad. Alright, since we're here, I'm gonna show my robot. Wait a minute. Where is she at?
The Robo Lizard?
No. Well, yes, but no. Oh wow. I don't know why is it just a blank file. Bam. There we go. There she is. Once again.
Is it the tomboyant lizard?
No. It's a neat robo.
Oh.
Do you want lizard?
Lizard? Well, I'm not really watching streams because I'm a mobile,
Well, there's lizard now.
Lizard. The tomboyant Ghost Girl lizard. Yes, Julian.
Huh? What? No, but no.
What?
But no. She lizard. Yeah.
That's two hands.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you see she has two arms. She has two hands.
Yes, and they're both for me. Unrelated question.
Okay.
No. I was reading chat. You were gonna say. Oh. Chat was saying unrelated question. Who's the anime girl that appears in your streams when signing off? Oh, that's the same chibi that's like right next to me between Elma and I guess. Sort of like the channel stream mascot. She's a little beep boop AI as well. Little robo adjacent, I guess, right?
Yeah. Adjacent. Wait, is she the one that goes, hooray?
Yes.
Okay.
You kidding me? How is it? You're not gonna go hooray.
Wondering.
I just think she's cute. And neat. Don't read too much into the robo adjacent thing.
Let me put the phone down.
Thank you. Okay, then Legacy is kind of good looking actually, but I still prefer something other than Lightsuit 2.0. It's cool because later they revealed that like the Lamorne look more like the Legacy suit than the purple Chatoya Ghost, but I think that at that point it's a little bit too late, too little too late, and there's no like quite the same payoff as like the dark suit resembling Illuminov and Echoes. Tomboyant, oh my gosh. Can we please leave lizards alone?
Lizard?
Can we leave lizards or robots alone?
No.
Huh?
No.
But lizard.
A lizard?
I just think she's very cute. Oops. Wrong layer.
Lizard, 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 lizard. Lizard, 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 lizard.
So Quiet Robe, Umos, and Chatoya walk into a bar. Wow, nobody brought up the last Lord of Science from the Reptilicus.
Wait, what?
Hmm? Midnight is saying, Tom, keep going. and then typing Raichu. Huh?
A lizard?
I don't know.
A lizard?
I don't know.
The tomboy lizard?
Why?
Yeah, tomboy lizard.
Can we just... No.
That has 2 hands.
No.
Yeah, it has 2 hands.
What's my laser?
Okay, they have 2 hands.
Yeah, for me.
I mean, unless you want lizard to hold Otto's hand.
So,
Or Elmo's hand.
uh-huh. But at least I think the Discord chat needs a tomboy button. How will you make that a button?
Tomboy button, but it has lizard face.
Huh?
Tomboy button that has lizard face. I didn't say you're lizard. I said lizard.
You said
could be my lizard or Dad's lizard. It's lizard face.
There's only one that you keep doing the meme about. There's a Discord chat? Yeah, there's a Discord server. You can find it if you scroll down in the purple chat. Lizard. Now I just have Lizard in the main brain. I mean, I have now Robo Lizard, then I have Lizard as a Robo. How many times do you get to use your new abilities? Like that Psychic Ball tether on enemies, or better yet, on bosses? None. It's just there for like a few item puzzles, I believe. Whenever you have to use that Spider Ball tether ability on a boss or a mechanic. But you know who else is important? Today's sponsored, Lizard. Like, the annoying thing of doing this 100% is that the way out is the same way I came back in, so it's not like I can use, or I'll do the cleanup in Ice Belt and try and make it so I am close to the elevator or portal or transporter or whatever that takes me into Flare Pool. Anybody want Grievers? Yeah, I feel like that late edition, which all speaks to the fact that this game just wasn't finished. Yeah, and I'm just tired of people just, for whatever reason, defending it. It's like we're setting the bar lower. I also don't like how Samus, like, has a very massive pain screams for everything. Like, no matter how trivial the damage is. The more I look at this, the more I realize how unoriginal the ice area and the lava area are. Yeah, and you only are inclined to believe it's good because you go through them once. There's never a point to backtrack where you might have had the opportunity to also collect these power-ups as you're going back. Oh, neat. This feels like an actual, like, Metroid Prime hidden. Code Spunky Tomboy Lizard my wife got a 6.7. I mean 69.420% off the prices. Oh, Brain, I think you're gonna lose Spawn with that meme now. But I think she stepped away. They definitely jassified.
I heard that.
Yeah, but that was Brain. I was just reading what Brain was saying.
No, I know. That's what I was like. I heard that.
Oh, okay. Like, it wasn't me.
I know.
Reading what chat is saying. But these are my wave. That's why both hands are for me.
Sure, both hands.
Yes.
You wouldn't want her to hold the Elmom's hand either, huh? Or Nature's hand.
No.
Or Sad.
Sad.
Or Yoshi. Or Yui. Noel.
Noel. Stop.
Yeah.
You can just not mention characters that I like with Lizard.
But it's dangerous?
No.
Definitely.
Especially not with the Mayor or Elster or Star or the Blom robots.
Or Ariane.
See, I'm okay with a
It could be between the Elster and Ariane fan art that I sent you the other day.
Huh? Alright, anyways. I'm just kidding. I'm doing it.
Robert.exe, stop responding.
Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on the game because I know if I scroll over the copium that you sent me, I'll just be staring at the copium rather than playing this. Somebody in chat was saying, see, I was okay with the pain screens because it felt more immersive to me, but I agree that some smaller taps wouldn't need that much of a response. It's just that it feels that everything that hits her brings out the mega pain response. That I felt Prime 3 again did better because there was still the very much big ows, but there was also little ows sound effects. So Samus only gave the big ows when the situation called for it. Honestly, now I'm trying to think what to replace the ice area and the lava area with to make the a unique area that hasn't been done before. A beach area.
Ooh.
A stalagmite cave. Like a gem cave. With a bunch of glowing shiny rocks that light the path. A mushroomy forest. An ocean area. A giant brutalist facility. The Penrose. Sorry. Now I'm mixing my brain rots. An amusement park. A derelict amusement park with crows in it.
Jump inside the hole.
Jump into the hole, Samus. A marsh area. Like a mangrove forest. A swamp? I just now realized you wrote your idea better in fan art. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I thought you might have been looking there instead. This is actually a more interesting idea. The Windy Cliff area would also be cool. A giant forest inspired by the Sequoia forest, but with like mushrooms instead, yeah. A Tokusatsu quarry? Yeah, like... Okay, how come Samus has a bike? In a suit that looks kind of like a rider suit, but she never... And they're doing references to like Predator and Akira, but there's no rider kick. I'm just saying.
You could have dismount the bike and then do a rider kick on something.
Yeah, she could have rider kick Silex and win the game and win the day. Yeah, for a giant in a Sequoia forest would also be great. Oh, I gotta go back. I forgot I activate the monorail. So yeah, this path is completely pointless, aside from collecting that power up, I suppose. Cuddle so badly and replace it. And place it with a Windy Cliff area, with a immersive and detailed beach and or ocean environment. She kicked Silex away from her during the phase 2. Is it a kick? I don't really remember, but I believe you, chat. Fake Japanese media fans, all of them. Saw the aquatic. It's a very odd. This aquatic race of animal has not water areas at all. See, when we started playing the game, Kroko had thought that like the later portions of Fury Green would emulating like the down frigate in the original Metroid Prime and have like an underwater segment be near the Great Lamorne tree, and it's sort of like an underwater mangrove type of location. And then you can use like the Viola IC suit to like go decide where to descend into the water, because you're hovering over it looking for like the right locations to descend and stuff like that. Excuse me. Spinner bots.
What?
I call these robots spinner bots. No, they're not neat robots.
Great Valley Omega.
Not.
Blip.
Blip. Alright, there's the big ass tree that isn't important for some reason. What you're talking isn't important. This whole suit that looks quote unquote cool is tied to the tree.
Somehow.
To not, because it got the fruit from the memory tree. I got the suit from the memory fruit from the memory tree of the tree of the tree. And this is just from the top of your head, Orpheon. Nintendo needs to put this in the oven a little bit more. Dude, I just like might be trying to like I might be like a little bit of a writer myself and an editor. So thinking about this stuff is kind of like my job. How do we fix what is there to salvage what we have and stuff like that. Not to mention that once again, use my own quote-unquote Samus. I just think she's a neat robot. That's all. Don't think too much into it. There's nothing to overread in that.
Definitely things to overread.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have a license. I have a license
you definitely
to rent.
do.
Yeah, a license to rent.
Can't fuck robots.
Huh?
Come on, think about it.
Hey.
There's several neat robot women out there. Like Elster.
Stop. Stop. I'm like I'm like
Your
screaming.
lizard when she's a little gremlin like Liberty.
Huh? I'm a little of a writer myself. Smiles and William Dafoe. Yeah, that's me. What ingredients would be a good comparison to view? He's a chunky burger.
We got the major.
Oh, okay, look, huh?
You.
Huh?
Jason, more of like an AI, like, and Trampina.
Uh-huh. Can we stop naming all these characters and my brain just happened?
Oh, and then there's A2 and 10A.
A2.
A2.
It's not like I have the A2 Android on my desk right now.
No. Hey, Square Enix, 10A Android when?
Mm-hmm. No, Pun, I'll do you one better. Yuri, Griv, Levania, Demos, Neo Reincarnation, Androids when?
Exactly, when? Like, I get you, but like,
but
when's the rest of the crap? Exactly.
How can you have Theo without Lavania, man? So yeah, I guess chat, you know a different aspect about me now today. Thank you, Han.
Huh?
The robots.
The robots? The robots that you want to fuck?
Lizard.
No.
Lizard?
No.
Yes.
No. And I can't hear
He's
you.
shown me the permit several times.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, wait. Here's Lizard as a robot. For the same thing. I added her as like a cameo of sorts. It's inspired not a one-to-one, but the scales, the things on her chin are made to represent the scales, and then the spiky ponytail that she used to have before we did the short one. Listen, you're in good company, Orpheon. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it of that. Lizard rowboat tomboy. Right. And also, yes, Rusty, what you also said, I guess, before. I like the fact that chat is writing robot funker instead. As in the funk. I'm like, what? I mean, okay, look, I'll just say this. With you, smash. Just view, though. From the extra characters. The rowboat Tiamoyant is way too funny, though. I don't know what to do with this information. Nothing, chat. You don't have to do anything with it. Oh, Tropical Kingbird is by my house. When is the Orpheon Hear Me Out cake? I mean, hear me out. I can't help it. Wait, I'm trying to look for the Robo Lizard Glam that I have in 14. Chat, where are we going next for the 100%? We are sitting at 79% items. Oh, 89 scan logs. I'm missing a machine. And the data log. And several research. Hildebrand. Lizard, ninja, ninja lizard, more ninja lizard, more ninja lizard. Vampire raid boss. Oh yeah, this is the raid boss, chat. This is what we're raiding in Final Fantasy 14.
Is it the brothers?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm still salty over last night.
No, I don't blame you.
Oh no, it's the femme fatale.
It's the vampire lady.
Yeah, the vampire lady. The neater vampire lady.
Ironically, I don't have a picture from like her intro cutscene. I think I was just too busy trying to get the jaw off the floor.
You know what? I'm actually surprised when it came to her fight.
What?
They could have reused the Shiva step.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But they didn't, and I'm like, I was kind of expecting that.
I think it's just that like the cleave she does all the time is already kind of like it. That like I guess they were doing it just for visual differences.
Yeah, she cleaves one side and then the other.
I guess you could have used it as a raid wide though.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Robo Lizard Glam.
Or as a tank buster, actually.
Yeah, or as a tank buster. The tank buster would also tank buster though.
Yeah, and you being tank?
I'd be fighting to be main tank every single time. I mean, I kind of...
I would have a headache.
I'm kind of that way for the Omega Griever. Oh no, Orpheon robot / cyborg / android waifu tier list or smash / pass. Sure, we can do that. Why not? Just give me the name and I'll give you the answer. Flarepool, alright. In terms of hot Metroid robots, 1 view, 2 Emmys, 3 gore. No, 1 gore, 2 view, 3 Emmys. The last data log is in Flarepool, I know for certain. Alright, awesome. Emmys the closest we ever got to Portal Leg? Yeah. Lizard Tomboy and Robot. Yeah, this is my glam based on the other robot character that I showed. Thought I had the others, but I guess I moved the files. I had to go do some spring cleaning on laser pictures because it was nearing the Tera number. it was nearing terabytes. Oh yeah, here's another one in my apartment. Just sort of like she's doing maintenance and stuff like that. I miss my wife, underboob. Beelstarmon?
Yeah, you gotta continue playing Digimon so you can get to Beelstarmon.
I mean, I was gonna do it, but I gotta record this so I can make money out of this, because people won't tune in for that. Really? That's an interesting Orpheon. What do you mean? I mean, Brain, if you want, give me a list of like those characters and I'll give you a silly tier list or smash or pass type of thing. Anything that can fill the void of Metroid Prime 4, man. You put Gore above you. Yes, because he was there first, just in time. He's my bit. He's my joke. He's my pal, my homeboy. My good... View is precious, but Gore is my good time boy, my sweet cheese, my rotten soldier. He's my buddy. He's my pal. What is the logic in disrupting a Federation training mission?
Some mount music onto the spike.
Oh my gosh, hold on. What mount music?
I mean, it could be like one of the raid music, I guess.
I don't know. I'm afraid if that's gonna get copyrighted or not because it's Square Enix. I was gonna put the Tom Morello song. I was gonna put the Tom Morello song.
No, not that one. Oh, I learned about what's his name?
Digital cyberspace characters count as well? Yes, Pond listed at least 6 of them in her bully list right now. What was that?
I just learned about what's his name's voice actor, the Tyrant. He's
Who
the
is-
same guy that we fight in Shadowbringer Stormblood when we storm the castle.
The green guy that was with Yotsuyu?
Yes,
Really?
that's him.
Wow.
Yeah,
They brought him back.
yeah, they brought him back. They also brought Zero back. She's, I believe, the vampire lady.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. So is it just
And
Metro?
according,
Yeah, go ahead.
huh?
No, you go ahead. I was reading chat because I thought you were done.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say that I believe they brought Serena back for the Lalafell.
You mean the U boss fight?
Yes, the meat boss fight. Apparently she's Serena.
Haha.
Anyways, bye, chat.
All right, we should be back. Hello, everybody. Chat, give me a yay or a view, as in Metroid's view, if you can hear me. It's just so that way I know that we're back. Pawn had to go. She had to do some other stuff. She said her bullies, she asked that Chad kept bullying me, and she said her. But Dusty, what you were referring, it doesn't have to be Metro related. It can be any sort of robot or cyber related character. So like, yeah, AIs and digital characters would also count for this bit.
Greetings, Hunter. Take a moment. Feel the rhythm of the wind. It reminds me of my home.
Iba from Somnium Files. I love her so much. Date. It's a stink bug. I'm gonna close my eyes next time I see a bug. Iva is definitely S tier Smash. She's so cute. So silly. I like her more than Tama. I'm not too much... Tama's not so much my type, I guess. But I think she's funny. Well, if that's that case, GLaDOS from Portal. I really like her voice. Yeah, I like her voice, but it's definitely a pass. In terms of a tier list, I probably would put her as like a B or A tier. In that regard. Just out of the courtesy of being a great villain. Libitina, or if anybody in stream chat knows where this last data log I'm missing might be in, I would really appreciate it. I believe it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. It'll take me a while to make the robo list. Well, yeah, you don't have to have it ready for this stream, I'm saying. It's more than likely the one where you fought the large maintenance tank. Maintenance tank that I fight? Is it like we're like Duke? We're walking and there's the big like thing, energy thing, and Duke, and I have to fight all the Cybots in that room with Duke. To the room where you first fight the bigger orb bot. Same room as the first Cybot with the shockwaves. All right, I'll try and see if I can remember what room that is, because I'm starting to realize that though you guys are giving me good of like indications of what happened in that room, that I don't remember how the room looks. Because in my mind it's just like a different Cybot. Scan is literally tucked away in a corner. Alright. The first room with the double doors. Alright. Yeah, that Morph-a-Ball ability is pretty good, but it's kind of a shame that you don't really use it that much for like a boss or navigation to reach an previously like a new area or something. I guess you kind of use it in the Great Mines now that I think about it, for navigation and crossing the chasms. Also, this minibus up ahead can be easily done with a charge eye shot. Yeah, that's how I did it the first time I did this boss fight. The Behemoth. Just want to test out something. No, yeah, this is still the best technique, I think. This boss looks cute. I wonder if it would be like a good pet. Yes. A Sith Lord? I was thinking that Samus is a black mage. She's got thunder, ice, and fire spells. Not to mention very explosive bomb abilities. It's weird how this is treated like a boss, but it's not. Yeah, I guess. It's just, a lot of it is like, what? I don't like Samus just standing there. I also... This suit reminds me a lot of Kamen Rider Zesti, or Setst, the newest one that's like a sleeping agent kind of guy. I don't know how I feel about that. Ah, sweet. What do you mean I can't use the viola to cross this chasm of lava? bullshit. In the other Metroid Prime games, I would have been able to grapple that. Pretty sure. Probably not, but... What makes it this suit similar to the Zest? It's kind of like the waist and the thighs. Like, I almost feel like in this suit, if you gave her a belt, she would like be more of a Kamen Rider, like a different formed Kamen Rider. Samus is a Black Mage Ranger Paladin. Yes, she's a Black Mage. Oh wait, you just sink in this game. You don't even get a chance to jump out of it. No, not really. What I miss? A lot. There was a lot of pawn bullying. Some of it was Lizard, some of it was other things that I'll just keep to myself. Though chat already knows, I guess. Not for the scan. Is there things in the boss room? Oh wait, I haven't activated the robot. Wasn't it around here? Could have sworn I saw it around here. Oh. I don't know why, but it made me laugh. Oh, the wizard shower bit? What? What are you talking about? Oh, there it is. And the scout bot is highly recommended, yeah. There's a video of Kamen Rider Wizard washing his clothes by hand. Yeah, I love it. Kamen Rider Beast is one of my favorites just because of how funny he is. Get, set, open. L-I-O-N. Lion. Sorry. I can't help but the Kamen Rider jingles. They call to me. Yeah, this is usually my favorite part of the Metroid Prime games, the 100% scavenger hunt MacGuffin. I love it in Echoes, I love it in Corruption, I love it in Prime, but in this one it's just kind of like empty feeling. I don't know how to explain it, especially because like there's no music going on. Alright, cool, I guess. I hate the fact that I can scan the giant structure at the top. Woo! It's like Wave Race. I think it's just the fact that this is not as well married with like the scavenger hunt of the other games and planned out and stuff with the backtracking that gives me the satisfaction. I feel like I'm just going back because it's how I get the best ending, not because it's like, alright, something else I'm doing while collecting the Chozo artifacts, because I'm already going back to these rooms for the Chozo artifact. I might as well get the items along the way. This feels like really I'm going out of my way to do this rather than getting the mech, like once I get the mech parts in the legacy suit, it's just go to fight Silex. I wouldn't have a reason to come back to this room. Yes, there's a true ending to this game. It's just Samus without her helmet, I believe. But, you know, they can sell you a $30 amiibo to get it. What? This is a thing? Oh, so I gotta chase it. Oh, it's playing this song again. And locking onto things I don't want it to lock on. Sweet. Woo! Alright, that's kind of cool. Or at least, like, entertaining. Given the fact that I'm chasing this thing on a lava. Like, it's swimming in the lava and it's still my energy tank with a bike and it's playing this song and whatever. And they give me, like, these ramps to at least boost out of. Am I even doing damage to it? This iconic theme feels very out of place. Because it's the Metroid Prime 1 theme, so it only makes me realize and feel like more that it's just piggybacking of the success of the predecessors and trying to nostalgia bait me into it. Because I then started to think, well, what did this game introduce? The bike, I guess, and view? My bike is so slow, man. Where did it go? Where did it go? I was having fun. The fuck is this? Did it despawn or something? Oh no, there it is. This room just has, it looks very, all the debris still looks similar. So, there we go, energy tank. So there's only really a chase section with a bike in this game, yeah. It takes a lot of hits. 8 hits? Wow. You couldn't trick me into believing that this thing healed, because the only thing that does it as a boss is Silex at the very end, even though his weapon of choice is the shock coil, so. Or at least that I can remember. I don't know if there's another boss that also, like, heals itself. Yeah, it feels weird, like cool, but odd. And there we go. I guess no more Viola IC suit, right? No more Viola IC forever. Until I have to leave this area. Why do I feel like the guy didn't die? Because it, though it having like an intro cutscene to establish the enemy, and it takes away the item, and it's playing this unique song, that there isn't sort of death screen, that like a sound effect that confirms it's death that's a little bit more noticeable, or anything along those lines, you know. There's no good audio feedback of enemy defeated. Like I usually remember that the other Prime games. Oh, all right, that's clever. When you scan like the random things that didn't count for the logbook, that were at least adding things that like went along with the lore that you found in the logbook. And here I feel like it's just a lot of things telling you like this is the Lamorne AC unit. It keeps them cold. It's currently operational. So this game could have a recurring enemy that steals something you have to chase it for? I guess so. This computer is also turned off. I also don't like that the ice shot doesn't really freeze them for long. I feel like they thaw out of the ice almost immediately after I freeze them. Alright, so it should be in this room. Just tucked away in a corner. Oh, there it is. Thank you, chat. Guys are really the best. I'm not just saying that for saying it. Quick save. I've collected a lot of things. Why is there no music? Right, safety save. Oh, if it's in the room, I think you have to go. I rage quit that room. I'm just gonna play some. I can't tolerate the silence of the lack of background music as I'm collecting items and fighting the same enemies. Two variants of the turrets? Oh shit. About Smash Brothers Curse fan casting. My pick for Mr. Game & Watch. Oh, I don't even want to know. Was it to have to blast sound effects similar to the blast sounds of those Lego Star Wars games? Maybe it's just a recycled sound effect. This is a new room. Oh, it's this one that I'll cross with Duke. It's like my visor's fogging up. Alright, I thought that there might be something to read because it's blinking. I mean, who am I kidding? Yes, they're Lamorne. I always took them as like Lamorne suits for like the heat resistance or whatever. Hello? Who hit me? If you get to Rage Room, I do recommend using the control chute for better crowd control. I don't like the fact that there's something called the Rage Room. I guess that's the thing that hit me earlier. You know when you get to it, don't worry. I was able to handle it with sticks anyways, but it's the toughest room in the game by far. Oh, wow. What, in the metric puzzles? Like, imagine you can bring View to travel with you to each area of the game. Wouldn't that be special? Sweet. Yeah, there's. I live near some airports. So funny that you can hear the plane. No, actually, I'm streaming from the plane right now. That's why there was a little dip on the stream earlier. This is cool. Oh, fun. Lots and lots of planes. Oh, I missed a room back there. Or no, I didn't. This map is a bit confusing. Oh, okay, no, that's where I came from. Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah, the next room was over there. Cybots? Say psych right now. Oh, okay, so that's below me. Whoops. You're going somewhere on a plane? Well, of course. I mean, why else would I be on a plane? Trying to fly to Austin, Texas, in Japan, just to ask what happened. Just what happened. I just want to talk. Buy the devs a beer, because like I certainly think they just got the short end on the stick, to be honest. Extractor terminal. Just realizing how much is just like Thunderlock. Like, if anything I have to say throughout all my voicing my discontent and stuff with this game, I feel for the devs who were, like, caught in the trenches. There's the other plane. I'm in 2 of them. Oh, more? Oh shit, it's those teleporter guys. Capture card, come on. Oh shit. Is this guy just trolling me? Yeah, he's just trolling me. Well, unfortunately for it, it's a little bitch. There we go. Is that it? Anyone else? Alright. Alright, I'm done with the view suit sketch part mostly. I couldn't do a crown idea satisfying enough for me though, so I gave up. Sorry. You're fine. Every time you come in, it's a different duo of 3 sets of 2. Oh wow. Is this the room that you guys were talking about? The Rach room? This can have shield ones too? Oh gosh. Well, it's a thing. Good thing I guess I nuked it like that. I got lucky. You better hurry to collect the items there, cause those guys respawn. The most frustrating combo is the shield and shockwave ones. I would have found the shields with a teleporter guy way more annoying. Just cause like those guys teleport away and they just do those annoying attacks and stuff. Yeah, we're hearing Mac more because this area has no music, and I was just getting a little bit tired of no music. It's also kind of find it boring / lame. How the elemental weapons are just called fire, ice, and thunder shot, like it's Mega Man Zero games, and not pyrokinesis, cryokinesis, and electrokinesis. Because you know, psychic stuff, yeah, I agree with you, Varian. But you know, this game didn't. It had a lot of stuff that just no. Shock Winds one can also be briefly invulnerable, plus the shield ones don't get AoE'd by the Wave Buster. Yeah, I mean, I would still find the Shockwave more manageable because I can just jump over it. They're just hitting the floor, and I'm usually just jumping around, strafing to avoid attacks. So, two, just for real. Is that it? Wow. Alright, I guess that's it, right? I got the Betsy part. Oh, one more item on my way out. Got it. Yeah, I think I could have remembered that one. That's kind of odd. I can't remember another point where, like, you know, doing one puzzle gave me 2 items. I guess I shouldn't be complaining. I got 2 items out of it, but... It's the Lamorne vending machine. Yeah, I mean, with how it's tucked away into that one room, I could see it. No. I like View, but I'm with Tailgate that, like, the naming, the creativity for most of the things, you know, green energy. Still missing a machine. And I can't think of what it would be. And then in terms of creatures... Oh, I got all the creatures. Oh, I can't go fast in here. I have the speed limit. Fair enough, actually. How about we give it a better name? What's the info we got so far about this green energy again? It's just very good acyl proliferation, which is what causes it to make things supposedly grow and mutate so rapidly. And that it's harvested from this lava area. Because the green thing that you see in the lava, it's supposed to be like the green energy. And they use this whole facility to, like, extract it and then pump it out of a cannon. The first machine is the Scanbot. What Scanbot? And where can I scan it again? Baja Blast. Yeah, literally it's just Baja Blast. The ones you electrify. Oh, okay, so keep... Oh, I guess I'll have to go look for another one. I thought I might scan them. Alright, there we go. It couldn't be that hard to give it a name, so why didn't it? Because I feel like everybody in the development team was just too focused in trying to finish this game, get it out the door, and that it runs on the Switch 1, because we sort of advertise this as a Switch 1 game and stuff like that. So Yeah. That's my guess. Yeah, there's one over here. There's the one over here. I could probably scan him. Sweet. So missing in the scan are the other research stuff. There's a lot. I'll probably pull up a guide next time on stream and go look for them. I was also debating on whether or not to go for the 200 green energy %, but I don't think I'm that crazy. Given that it only unlocks something in the gallery that I can just probably Google up nowadays. The moment where your bike is so slow because of a speed limit mechanic, that boost balling makes more sense. I missed a missable scan? No way. Well, how can you review the game if you didn't 200% it? Because there's everything is. Only a finite amount of psychic containers you can scan before they're all gone, including an early one in Fury Green. Getting the after getting the psychic glove just outside the boss arena in Voltforge. I don't know what we're talking about. Psychic container. Well, if that's the case, then, you know, really, for real, fuck this game. The ones with a lock on them? I still don't understand what is it that I'm looking. I probably did not. In which case, I guess run over. I'm gonna go finish the game as it is, and I'll just get Deadweight or someone who has the amiibo to give me the cutscene that gives you at 100%. Ah, the scribble puzzle that uses motion controls. I didn't know. See, I didn't know those counted for it, so I guess I'm fucked. Oh well.
If we can fix the mech, we can break down the force field around Chrono Tower. All you have to do now is find the missing mech parts and send them my way. I'll be on standby.
I tried. I'm just disappointed nobody told me earlier. Not that I'm disappointed in you guys. I'm more disappointed in the fact that that also counts and that all of those stupid things count again and all this other stuff. So it's just like, man, this game really is so out of ideas that they need to put all of that as a requirement to get a stupid shitty cutscene, or else buy an amiibo. Well, I'd hope that there's one in the Great Mines, but I don't think so. That's the only area I haven't like 100%. It's just awful that they count for the scan log 100% in general. Like, again, it just makes it feel like it's more padding because there's no meat in these bones. That we gotta make every minute silly thing count for the logbook. Not the myriad of computer monitors that we might use to hide more lore and stuff like that, but oh, that's a shame. I mean, I tried. I generally tried, but unless there's one in the Great Mines I haven't opened, then save it. Did you scan the save room? That also counts? Gosh, this is really Metroid Prime 1. The remake. Remaster. It's like the missile doors in Metroid Prime 1, yeah, or the like locked room door as well. I can't believe we had to go back to that mentality in order to just salvage and add more content to this $60 video game. So like uninspired, man. So wait, question. It says here that like I have all of the creatures apparently, right? I thought I was missing to fight that one boss in the desert that eats one of the mech parts. Does that guy not count, or is he just like another Varmus? For a second I thought he was like more of a unique enemy, like a bigger one. What's the item percentage? 87 after all of that. So, but it's the same as the boss, right? I guess. Like the thing that eats the Federation Betsy part is just another Varmus, right? Yep, it's the same. Okay. Prime 4 is just Prime 1 and 2 crushed together into a complete mess. No. They crushed them together, and they just put parts of them. So what was the name of the guy that the Omega Griever supposedly killed off screen? Trying to look for their scan entry. Well, I guess there's no scan entry, but I thought there was one because of the fact that I scanned it in that room. Ravanax. Alright. I guess he doesn't get an entry in the logbook. It's only through that. Wow, now I'm just like... You know, I was deflated before, but now I'm just like... I feel like a part of my soul just left my body because it didn't want to do this no more. Yeah, but is he in my scan log? I don't find Gravanax. I wanted to see how it looked like when it's not like giant and purple. Alright. But I'm going to call it here for a stream for today. I think I've played enough about this. Got some footage, so definitely next stream we'll just be collecting the power-ups in excuse me, the Great Mines, praying that there's one psychic whatever thing container that it's so... I think it's just the reason it's even sillier than the one from the original Metroid Prime. Is because this is a container for an item that I feel like it would have been like... You remember in Echoes where you get that first missile container in the GFS compound room? Or where you see like the cutscene and it's like your first missile expansion? It's a yellow container. I see it more like, what if it's that yellow container also counted for the lockbook? Next stream may be the last for Prime 4? Maybe. Or at least for a long time. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to coming back to Prime 4, especially if there's people after I put out my video, just to be able to like discuss it with the chat and the people who are taking the time to hear my thoughts out just so I can hear theirs. But wait, I'm missing a power up. Nani? What am I missing? But like, outside from that, I can't really see myself returning to this game, which I even had, I could say, and this I know will get my Metro license revoked, but there was aspects about Other M that I kind of wanted to go back and revisit, be it because it was a cool fight or a cool cinematic, or Samus just did a cool flip that also made it fun to like to add into editing and stuff like that. What am I missing? Oh, I might be missing psychic integrity. Other M laid the ground for Samus Returns and Dread's action choreography. Not only that, I think that Dread also brought back the diffusion beam from Other M, which is the item that Kraid gives you. It's one of like the first items you get in the game in Other M. But it also brought back like a lot of how to portray Samus without dialogue in an action yet horror kind of way that I think I really liked, among other stuff. But what did I mention? What did I what am I missing here in my Samus tier of power-ups? I sent you another fan theory I had in DMs. Gonna continue with the Smash Bros. All right. I'll check it out and after the stream, Brian. Honestly, maybe I should be more kinder to Other M as well now. I feel like we've like I've been the one saying all this years that we've been too harsh in Other M, and then there's this. If you do Other M streams on weekends, put me in, coach. All right, just remind me to do Other M streams on weekends so you can be in there. It may I honestly don't know. Probably the last power up after depositing more green crystals. There's no more. I believe that the last after that is just I unlock something in the gallery. It may have problems, but its good ideas were really good. That it did improve the series. Not only that, but it had a vision. It was trying to vision. There was passion. There was art behind it. This feels like shiny Corpo slop. Take more energy parts over. I'll take more energy parts over more power bomb expansions any days. I will, because I have so many words. Yeah, actually, what about Federation Force? I can't really stream Federation Force. I tried. I don't have a 3DS capture card, and I tried using Citra and all this other stuff to play with Pon and Gabe. We were kind of hoping to do a Federation Force stream before Beyond came out, but the updates weren't quite there for stable connections and working well, so we couldn't get it to run. Plot twist: you get to unlock the music for the desert locked behind the amiibo. No, it wouldn't be the seed. Yeah, Legacy Suit, Combat Visor, Psychic Crystals. I mean, I don't. Is this a bug? That is so odd. Well, I gotta take a picture of this for Deadweight. Maybe he knows. I'll ask him later. Who knows? Maybe it's like Brian said. It's like, the bike sound of the bike thing. You know. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna call it a stream here. I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna go back and try and work more on the script and stuff like that. I will try and stream not tomorrow, but Friday, just so that if I'm still here, just to get this out of the way. If I'm not here on Friday, assume that I couldn't stream. I might be out of town for the weekend, and but I don't know if we're leaving sometime soon or not. So just keep your eye open on Friday. As always, I died. No, I didn't die. I put updates to it on the Discord. So if you want to stay tuned to when the streams are going on, you can find a link down at the bottom of the Twitch feed Thanks for Azisha for the stream. See you later. No worries, dude. Thank you, Tailgate, for showing up. Thank you, everybody, for the help with the 100% journey. But it turned out to be way more bullshit than any of us could have imagined. And even like with a unified chat and all this other stuff, we still missed something. I guess it goes to show how much our brains turn off when we're playing through the motions that you don't even consider research counts, and because there's no recording to logbook sound effect, it's also kind of hard. But yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go and have that and try and work a little bit more on the video. And next stream goal is to just get this out of the way so that we can start playing other games like Digimon. Finish that Pokemon Metroid, Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and maybe try some other Metroid randomizers just to like cleanse the palate a little bit, and what have you. But with all that said, I really hope that I get to see and talk to you guys, even if it's not Metroid that we're streaming. It's always fun, and even if I'm not streaming Metroid, I'm down to just talk about Metroid. So just try to encourage you guys to maybe come and check us out when it's not Metroid Prime 4 in the limelight again. And all that stuff, because I'm trying to, in the same way that my channel has fortunately been able to be a vehicle for people to get into Metroid, which is my favorite series of all time. I hope that it can also serve as a way for people, as a vehicle, or as a way for people to get into other franchises that I like, that I think capture that magic of the Metroid games that unfortunately Beyond didn't really do. So yeah. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody has a fantastic day or night, and take care. Bye, guys.